Hey, what's good, people? Whether it's at work or in between class, while you're working out or sitting on your ass, I want to welcome you to the CharlieGtv Podcast. It's February 23rd. You know what I mean? The weather's been rainy as fuck, honestly. You know, cold and fucking icy. But, you know, we making it happen anyway. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for everyone on YouTube coming to tune in. You know what I'm saying? Remember to like and subscribe if you like the content and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Do it in every week. This week we talking about some girls feeling hopeless. We're gonna talk about the Elon Musk Twitter thing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about some Charles headlines. You know what I mean? There's a couple other things. But without further ado, I gotta get to introducing the cool guy that we have here this week. You know what I mean? He's here every week. You guys know him. You guys love him. Some of you hate him. It's none other than Mr. RainyDays. Say what's up to the people.
Well, what's going on, people? How we doing?
Welcome. You doing all right, man? We tuning in here. We ready to go?
Nah, I'm not ready to go. I forgot to tell you until just now, but I ain't ready.
No, my God, this bum ass guy. All right. Anyway, moving on in here. So, you know how we start with watch this week like we do every week. So why don't you start with what you have for watch this week?
I didn't plan this watch this week, but I do have something to suggest to the people that I was totally sleeping on. I had no idea even existed. And it's the fact that YouTube actually has movies for free, like Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that. Like if you don't have Amazon Prime Video, there's a lot of movies that are on YouTube, and it's not like some bogus guy uploading a shitty video of it. I don't know what the hell you're looking up in the background right now, but it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Anyway, yeah, YouTube's got free movies. I watched a couple movies over there. It comes with ads unless you have YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
But bro, I mean, like, I don't have Amazon Prime right now, and I was able to go watch a lot of movies. Yeah, see right there. Look, watch free movies. Look right there. YouTube Prime movies. That's what it is right there. If you click like view all, I think there's a way that you could click like free stuff only. See YouTube movies. Bam. See free with ads right there at the top.
Yep. There you
Yep.
go.
And there's so much shit. It's obviously it's like bullshit, but there's like a lot of good movies. Like look at that, scroll down. They got Sailor Moon there, the original Sailor Moon, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto, free with ads. I mean, really not a bad offer for some free shit. I watched that movie knowing it was pretty good.
Great Gatsby, not bad.
It's not that Osmosis Jones is on, bro. I'm watching that shit right when we done. That is a fucking banger right there.
Gotta love that. You know what I mean?
But yeah, bro, they actually got fucking movies on there. It ain't bad. And fuck, it's free. So go check it out. Get yourself some free movies,
It's YouTube.
And more so onto the watch this week of like what I got going on in my life. I just been working a whole lot on rainy days, and I'll update a lot of you in the brand building segment about that. But yeah, I've been focusing so much on that. I don't even think I got to watch anything new this week, to be honest.
Exactly. Now you understand. Now you getting it.
But I'm gonna keep it a stack, right? I don't want to talk about this later. I don't want to make a whole piece about it, but damn, bro, like my life sucks right now. I have a lot of shit going on that's really frustrating me, and I ain't got no weed right now. I ain't got nothing right now.
Yeah.
I got me and whatever vibes I could produce, and that's it, So, I just want to say to all the people out there that might be struggling with shit in their life that they feel like they have no control over, everything gets better in time. Sometimes you just gotta wait, Things aren't gonna just go away or instantly fix themselves, but things do get better in time. There's a reason why that's a long-term quote that has lasted for many generations, because it's true,
Yeah, I don't know what's been happening to you lately, but I will say that I've been interested in some of the things you've been sending me, like, cause cause you downplay it a lot, or at least like try in the past you've shoved off the idea of like how I be trying to like watch mad inspirational people or different mindsets or millionaires or different these stuff I be on, you know what I mean? And then now it seems like you a little more receptive to some of these ideas. It would seem like, you know what I mean? Which
I
is
feel like it's more so it just what you were watching wasn't for me, you know?
yeah,
I feel like
yeah,
you watch more general motivational stuff, you know? If somebody has like a quick 20-second quote that deeply resonates with me and things that I've been through in my life, of course it's
hmm,
gonna ring more bells, you know? I
yeah,
don't I can't listen to somebody talk about, you know, how I would say like oh manifesting greatness and all the like I don't care about that, you know? But if somebody said, you know, like the thing I sent you, I think about like, people changing, what causes change,
yeah,
you know? Like your uncomfortability and stuff like that and you being too scared to like go into the unknown, into the dark and
yeah,
just try to figure shit out because you're in your little comfortable space, but eventually that little comfortable space drives you so crazy or you don't have enough or shit, you know what I'm saying? And then you
hmm,
got to go out into the dark. You know, you
hmm,
got to go get more. You got to go change. You got to do better, you know?
yeah,
And I like that resonated with me because there's been plenty of times in my life where, I get comfortable with my little light bulb, you know, sitting in my little lit up area with all the things I've collected, you know.
yeah,
But in reality, the more we venture out into the dark, the better our little section will be with our light bulb where we can become comfortable, you know.
yeah. I
Um,
agree. I agree.
that movie right there, knowing I watched that, it was pretty good. It's got
I think I remember you telling me to
fuck
watch
his
that movie
face. I
one
can't
day.
remember the dude's name. He's in War of the Worlds. He's the main character.
And shout
He's
out to
also the
Die
main
Hard.
character in that.
Bruce Willis, man, going through his mental health, man. Go give Die Hard a stream. People listening to
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
go give it. But yeah, man, my watch this week is just like a little slight story time while I was looking up these bum ass things, right? So, your boy is so I had what you call it. I was supposed to have orientation for my second job today, but they bitched out because of some ice shit. It wasn't even that fucking bad, but it's so now it's tomorrow instead of today or whatever. Um, but they had like a business casual thing, so I just wanted a clean pair of sneakers that like was like not old, that were comfortable, that I could wear, as well, along with a bunch of other little dress shirts and shit like that. You know what I mean? And I was in the store, I was trying on some other Nikes, and I don't know. Some of the other Nikes just I got big feet, kind of like I kind of wear like a size like 12. You know what I mean? Sometimes I wear like in these I wear 13 or whatever, and like
It'd be real hard to make your feet look nice with that kind of shoe.
yeah, bro, there be certain types of shoes that like just make my shit look like clown feet, and
Yo,
I
you
just
ever seen a shorty in a pair of 11s? You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
ever seen a shorty in a pair of fives? You know what I'm saying? In some ones, dangerous. But they make it look so much better. You know why? Because they got tiny feet. Everything just
hmm
looks better when it's
with
small,
tiny, yeah, it
except
does,
the package. You know what I'm saying? But everything
yeah,
else in
yeah,
life, just for some reason, it gains this like, and men won't want to admit to it, but it gains like this cute factor. Like it's a little
yeah.
like, oh, it's
What
just
it is also is like this thing that this sneaker does, because the other sneakers, what happens is the space between the tongue part that's like up against like your shin kinda and the toe part, when that slope gets a little too angle and like it gets really long, kind of that little long shit,
that's when it
you know what I
starts to
mean?
look
That's when
goofy
it's like,
clown foot.
yeah, that's when you got that goofy clown foot thing going on. But as long as that bridge angle looks okay to the front of the foot, then the whole thing doesn't it
I
don't look
mean, look
that
at
bad. You
bro
know what I
right
mean?
there, second row. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I mean, he got it like that. That line's pretty straight. That you
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah. So I said that to say, um, I tried these on and I liked them. These ones specifically
For
right
the
here,
people that can't see, tell them
I
the
have on my
name and
yeah.
the
So
color.
it's the Nike Air Huaraches. You know what I mean? The olive. I have these on my feet literally right now. You know what I mean? Just trying to feel them out and everything. And the one thing I liked about them, they were comfy out the box. out the box. I put them on, and I was
Ain't
like,
no break-in, period.
fits like a glove. Fits like real nice. You know what I'm saying? They do run a size small, so I had to wear a size 13. You know what I'm saying? But they don't make my foot look like super big. Like I don't know if y'all be able to see.
Oh, coming up for the people. I see you. Yeah, no, I see you. I see
Yeah,
you.
yeah, but
And one thing that they do that I like, that other brands, particularly Yeezy, aren't very good with, is that heel part, the part that
hmm
touches the ground.
yeah,
That's like the very back bottom of the shoe.
yeah,
For some reason, they always be coming out a little too far with that spot,
yeah,
And these is nice and subtle. It's all
hmm
packed into one, you know what I'm saying? Everything is just moderate,
yeah.
There's
And
nothing
I
too
like the
crazy
form
going on.
factor of this shoe. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like so,
Like the Yeezys, I don't know what it is, but the platform on the bottom, it kicks out too far towards the like it's too much of a like you see
yeah,
that white on the bottom there,
yeah.
that sole. It's
hmm
just that
That's
bottom
true,
left,
but it
but
sticks out
it
far
just it
further in the
goes
back.
out too far, bro.
Yeah.
Like you making my foot look huge, you know?
Yeah, it gives it this kind of goofy shape, and for a guy with big feet
Mm-hmm.
like me, that might not look the best on my foot. You know what I'm saying? But
They just
these,
need to find a balance between performance and comfortability and fashion, And
and I
like
ain't
the
gonna lie, I feel
performance,
like these work for me. You know.
right. Well, it's Nike, baby.
Yeah,
Nike's
yeah,
always been in the fashion. They've always been pretty good with performance. And I mean, if you're gonna perform, you got to be comfortable, right?
yeah, yeah. So I just said that to say that,
And
you
don't
know,
look at all the other colorways. Check out black and olive green. And them other colorways looking kind of crazy. I ain't
It's
gonna
just,
lie.
it's just some of them look a little crazy, but you get the right one and look alright. You know what I'm saying? Look alright.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
So
the
this is your watch this week is a pair of shoes.
yeah, this pair of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? This pair of sneakers.
All right.
I'm telling y'all. Listen, man. For about 90 to 120 $30, depending on which ones you get. And like these right here, they look type tough, but they cost a lot more than this $90. Trust me, you go try to buy these, they cost a bit of change because
You ain't there.
you know what I'm saying. So depending on the colorway you get, you know what I'm saying. But for a comfortable pair of shoes out the box, I gotta recommend the Huaraches. You know what I'm saying. My brother says that they're not fashionable. He says they're not good for the drip. You know what I mean. I say, listen, if I like it and I feel comfortable in it, and I could get them in different colors, then
Bro,
listen.
this ain't some shit you wear to the club. All right.
No,
This
no,
is not
no.
the posted up outside the bodega in your freshest fit. You know, this is I'm
So
going to the gym. This is I'm going to work. This is I'm going to the store. I'm
yeah,
going to grab something. I'm going to do, you know what I'm saying? This is not, showing off to the shorties at the
nah.
club, fucking
But they're
oozing the
clean
drip.
and they're like
Like,
and they're like respectable to me. You know what I mean? I feel like they're clean enough, they're comfortable enough, and they're respectable enough. Like before back in the day, they're what I call a baseline sneaker. Like back in the day, Chucks used to be my baseline sneaker because I was a broke nigga, right? So Chucks was like, all
mm-hmm.
right. So I had Chucks, a couple pairs of Chucks, and that would be one of those pairs of Chucks I would wear like every day. And then when I want to do it, then I would have my one pair of Jordans or like this pair of sneakers over here or
Mm-hmm.
like
Now
that.
I remember
You know what I'm
you
saying?
pulling up with the Chucks every day.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but with the Chucks was like my man every day. So now I'm thinking like maybe I'll make Huaraches. I'll get like maybe 3 4 pair of Huaraches and make that my
Oh,
everyday.
you wildin'. You
You know.
wildin'. Nah, don't do that to yourself. It was acceptable in high school. You can't be doing that now.
Oh my god. Well, I'm not with
Look,
Chucks,
I
not
just
with
want to
Chucks,
say
but I'm
something
saying
like Nike be getting crazy, bro. Like these shoes, they're right on the line for me. If they start doing anything more with the designs and the lining and everything, it's just getting crazy, bro. What
it's
kind
between these.
of
I was gonna make these and Jordan
abstract
ones my
art
shits.
project is that shit right there? Them brown joints. I see what you're saying. They look nice, but it's all over the place. What can you wear with that? Like
it doesn't matter.
the
You
shoe
gotta wear
is
them.
the outfit at that point.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly. But now
and
I've
I
seen
just feel like it ain't enough. It ain't enough for that to be the outfit. Like, bro, I don't know. Shoes is getting crazy. These red boots and shit. We talked about that shit last week or the week before. Fuck
yeah,
them shits.
yeah.
I don't know what
Ain't
the
it
fuck
right?
going on with the shoe scene, but
Yeah, the
Y'all
shoes is
motherfuckers gotta get your
nuts.
shit together. All right. I know real sneakerheads ain't out there buying this shit, but I'm gonna tell you right now, they have not come out with nice shit in a long time. Probably 3, 4, 5 years. I remember coming. Remember when we was in high school and they was bringing back all the retros,
Yeah,
all the retro Jordans, and they started to spin off on some of the colors and shit. Before they started getting crazy with the colors, that was type nice because you'd have that retro Jordan you liked, but you could get it in like a purple
yeah.
and it would be like $90, you know? But you got that cool gray 11, $400. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But you
my
got
god.
that different colorway that they just came out with that, ain't so hot. You used to be able to get a shoe you liked for cheap, you know?
Mm-hmm. And now you can't. Now you can't because they on bullshit. Right?
Well, they just looking crazy now. I don't know, man. I just feel like the Jordans, bro. You go on Flight Club or something, you go on StockX, you go on Goat, whatever, you looking at
Yeah.
Jordans, like just a whole pile of Jordans. There's just so much crazy nonsense going on there.
But I
Like,
got I got to get back into sneakers and back into because I'm back in on the market, so I'm trying to up my, what I mean, trying to up my game and everything. You know what I'm saying? Plus, but I feel like sneakers are like, I was just looking at them the other day because I was in a couple sneaker shops and I was just like, they're expensive, but like they're not as expensive as I remember them being as a kid for some. I don't know how to
nah,
maybe
first
because
of
I'm
all,
working now.
when you was a kid, that shit was just completely unfathomable.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like $220 for a pair of kicks, you couldn't even imagine, you know? Like you just trying to think about how can I sticky finger this shit, like, like, because
ain't
there
no
ain't no way you coming up with that kind of bread,
ain't no
you
fucking
know?
way. Ain't no way. You know what I
Especially without your mom's finding out. two
mean?
hundred and
Yeah.
twenty dollars in the room. Hey yo.
But I gotta try it out again as an adult. Because I remember one time when I was a kid, my mother said, "All right, I'll buy you these pair of Jordans, like whatever, like just like pick out the pair you like, I'll buy them." You know what I mean? And I remember at the time there were these fusions that was lit, and there was a couple other Jordans or whatever, and I was trying them on, and I don't know, I guess it just had wide feet or something. They just didn't. They hurt, like they all hurt, like they all hurt my foot, like out the box, and I was just like, I like Jordans and all, but I'm not gonna be limping all day with these Jordans
Mm,
on. Like it just
yep.
wasn't. So I ended up. I bought the pair that felt the most comfortable, and it just wasn't the most lit pair. It wasn't the most. You know what I
Yo, let me
mean?
tell
Like,
you right now, I got
but
one of the most lit pairs of shoes that ever came out from Jordans. I got them Space Jam 11s, all
mhm.
right? Fresh, icy bottom. I've worn them like 3, 4 times. And you know why? Because they fucking kill my feet. And I swear to God, they my favorite pair of shoes, but I can never wear them. It's so sad. I wanted them my whole high school. And once I got enough money to buy them for myself, I paid like goddamn $350 for a fresh pair of them,
yeah,
and man, I can't even wear them.
they
It's
hurt my.
fucked
That's what
up.
I'm saying. That's what attracted me so much to the Huaraches.
But
I
I
was like,
bought them online. Don't shoe shop online.
yeah, don't do that. Don't do
Them
that.
shits came in the box. I was fucking lit. I opened that shit. I put them on. I was like, ooh, yo. I started walking. I said, hey, hold up. What's
Yeah,
going on there?
exactly, bro. Like I want a good. I want. Don't get me wrong. I'm a buy a couple pairs of Huaraches, and the other ones I wanted to see was Jordan ones because I just like them how they look, the Jordan ones, and
The
they also
ones is just a classic, bro. You can get them in any color,
they also
anything. They just classic. The only problem with the ones is the material. It depends on which material they're made with, whether or not they're gonna crease like a motherfucker. So you gotta watch out on what you're buying because some of them are like mint. You can wear them every day for the rest of forever, and the only thing that's gonna bother you is anything white gets a little muddy, whatever, a little dirty.
yeah
But other ones, like you could walk once in them and they're cooked. Like
yeah
once. Literally one time. There's like they have like leather ones, and then they have like a more plasticky leather, and then they have all kinds of different levels of material. And unfortunately some of them, I mean, you can only wear them literally one time and it's
yeah.
done.
I've
Like
always wanted a pair of ones, and honestly, compared to all of the other Jordans, they're like seem to be one of the most reasonably priced ones for whatever reason. You know what I mean?
because
So
there's so many of them, I feel like, if you go back, here's the thing, right, that you're not realizing that any OG sneakerhead is screaming right now about is the fact that the original pairs are still extremely expensive.
they are.
Everything's re-released like 5 times, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like They re-released, I'm pretty sure 2011, 2013, 2016,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even remember anything after that because I stopped following shoes. But they did like huge re-releases of all the popular shoes, and then they came back out at the price that they were originally released at. But if you go back and you try to buy a pair of like 2008 Space Jams, them shit's gonna be like fucking $800, you
Yeah.
know. But you go and you try to buy the 2016 pair, you can get them for like $300. You know, they look relatively identical, but they are not the same shoe. You know, like it's
Mm-hmm.
different, a little bit different material. Some of them, like the older ones, are more indestructible, or it's the other way around. Those are the weaker ones, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like depending on what you're looking for, whether or not they're just gonna sit in a box for the rest of their life, you know. Bro, I
Yeah.
remember I used to have a lot of pairs of Jordans when I was younger, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember being in Channel, and I had these red ones and these green ones. You remember my red and green
I
ones?
remember the green ones. Yeah.
I used to wear the green ones every day because they
Yeah.
were already cooked. They had
Mm-hmm.
started getting like a hole in the bottom of one of them.
Yeah.
So my red ones were like my fresh boys, you know? And I
Yeah.
remember like wearing them to school. And there were times, I swear to God, I was literally walking backwards because I would crease them if I walked going regularly, you
Wow.
know? So like, or I'd be walking hella slow, like
Yeah.
just to make sure I didn't crease them or whatever, you know, like there was
Yeah.
just, no matter what, you can get a lit pair of shoes, but you either got to wear them and destroy them or throw
Yeah.
them in the closet or sell them, you know?
I do it the way I like I said, I don't really care much about. I care about fashion, but like I only care about it as much as I know that it affects my brand. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
So
tell you what, right now, you buying that pair of Nikes shows how much you don't care about fashion. Because anybody that was a fashion head would rather have saved their money a little bit more to get that lit pair of shoes. No matter what, no matter if they couldn't wear it to the gym, no matter if this or that, like that's just how fashion heads think. That's how I think. You know, I'm a
yeah,
fashion person. Matter of fact, pretty much anything that's not like some nice piece of clothing or something that's like, I throw everything away or I give it away, you know? If it's not like if it's not a nice piece of clothing, then I probably don't have it. You know, I mean, I had tons of hand-me-downs, all kinds of
not me. All of my
sweatpants and
stuff is
shirts
shitty.
and
All of my stuff
hoodies
is
and
shitty.
jackets. And when I got old enough to realize what fashion meant, and like, this ain't name brand, this ain't designer, this ain't this and that, I was like, all right, you can give all that away. I'll just save up and buy my own stuff, you know?
Yeah, yeah. But
I
not.
can't lie, I'm outgrowing my polos right now. And my mom was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Like, I'll buy you new ones." And she went online and she bought the U.S. Polo
Oh my
assassinate,
god!
whatever. I
I know
said, "Ma, you got
exactly
to
what you're
return
talking
those
about.
joints. Like, I ain't gonna wear them, you know." And it's hard for people to understand when they don't do fashion, but when you're into it and you talk to other people that are into fashion, they understand your outlook and the way that you look at it. Like, yes, the guy on the horse is holding the same thing. He looks the same, but
It's
the
not the
form
same. It's
fitting
not the
of the
same.
shirts, if you have a US Polo ASSN, whatever the fuck they call association, if you have one of those next to a real polo, you'll see the difference. The
Yeah,
the the association ones, they're like baggy. Like
yeah,
not like totally bullshit baggy, but they don't form fit to your body, you
yeah,
know? Now, bigger people like you might not care for something like that, you know? But someone of smaller stature like myself, it kind of makes it, at least in my opinion, makes me look a little bit better if I have more of a form fitting shirt, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Um, and it also looks more formal, you know?
It does.
So I personally like the real polo shirts. I got all mine on sale fucking 5, 10 years ago, but if they're not ripped or stained or lost, I got like two polo shirts left.
I never
So
understand what like I like the way I look at it, I never understood how people just had so much money to be spending on all of this shit. You know, what I mean, it make any
they
sense to me.
don't,
You know what I
bro.
mean?
That's what you don't understand. They be swiping the credit card, bro. Who you think's getting all them phone calls right now? All them fly ass niggas. I'm telling you right now. Hey, debt collect. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's
Like,
ridiculous. So me the way the way I look at it is like I was always afraid to buy nice shit because at the time because I don't have anything and I know like because like a dead ass be having like I got two pairs of sneakers, that's it. Two pairs of sneakers, that's it. I got one pair of sneakers, that's it. If I go buy a nice pair of sneakers, guess what I'm gonna have? I'm gonna have the one pair of sneakers that I got right now, and then I'm gonna have those nice pair of sneakers. You know what's gonna happen to those
But
nice
then
pair of sneakers?
also,
They're
what's
gonna be a
worse
nice.
about that is now
They're
you
gonna
got a nice pair of sneakers, but your other stuff ain't nice. Now you
yeah.
got to get a nice shirt. Now you got to get nice shoes. Now you got to get a nice jacket. Like,
It's literally like so, but I'm about to start doing it a little, just a little bit. But really, I'm only doing the sneakers. The reason why I'm only doing the sneakers is because I plan to lose weight. So the rest of it, I'm not like really investing in that much. So I'm just right now I'm focused on sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to buy some nice sneakers. You know what I mean? Have some shit set up. That way I could just always have something clean on my feet, something clean, something good, not just like some work boots, not some old. When I say I don't really be having shit. And it be shit. The shit I do have, I don't want to wear. Like my Chucks, I don't want to wear those because they're from 2014. I literally can't buy them again. They're limited edition. They're little red bottom Chucks. I don't want to have to wear those every
yo,
time
let
I.
me tell you something right now, Carl. All this stuff is coming to fruition from you gaining your independence, you know?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
for the longest time, ain't none of that shit mattered because
Chucks
you's
like
too busy fixing up everything else, you know? Now it's all about you, you know?
yeah,
And
yeah.
only you. So, like, shit's changing, you
It's
know?
true.
Like,
Nah,
now you like, damn, bro, I could actually get a nice pair of shoes. I don't
no,
got to
I
save up
can.
for that date or save up for the this and that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I
It's
got.
all you. It's just you.
Yep, yep. I got a couple nice shirts I bought today. I bought these sneakers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for my tax money to hit. I'm gonna pay off for my credit cards and I'll go buy some other shit. Anyway, we get into the podcast. But yeah, now because it's nothing like when you single again, man. A man always looks his best when he's single. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about all of
Yo,
that.
I seen a
Just
video. I can't
yeah.
remember exactly what it was about, but it was like a heartbreak video. Like
Uh,
this guy got turned down by the girl, or like she broke up with him or something. And the top comment was, "Gonna see that boy in the gym." Like,
yep,
because you
yep.
know, right where people go after they get their heart broken. If they not jumping off a bridge, they jumping in the car and go to the gym. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? Because that's
I've been
where
to
it's
the
at.
gym 3 times last week. You know what I mean? And twice or once or twice this week as well. You know what I mean? I did 125 push-ups today. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my game. I'm on my game, man. I got to get back at it. I want to get it all the way together, man. It's the only way I know for sure to make an ex mad is to become a better person than you were when you were with them. You know what I mean? For sure.
100%.
You know what I mean? For sure. You know what I mean? The one of the time. So one of the topics, it was a silly topic, but yeah, he looked gay to me. Anyway, new Barney. We grew up with this Barney. You know what I'm saying? And now this is the new Barney that we got here. How do you feel about the new Barney here? You know what I'm saying? We,
I mean,
I love you. They just said he got a fat removal. That's funny.
bruh.
Yeah, said my
I
dad.
mean, he animated right now.
N- I mean, maybe he was, but Barney was always a real nigga, kinda. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
and you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, I think I'd rather Barney be animated. You know what I'm saying? Because all the shit he be doing with the kids and shit, just imagine that same nigga every day on the set with the children. Come on now. Something wrong there.
listen,
Now,
Barney
voice
was.
acting different. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say this is a W on the Barney side of things. That's my
Nah,
take on it.
this nigga look gay, and he got the fat reduction, not as thick as he used to be.
He
But
said this
Barney,
nigga look gay, so okay, how about man's on the left?
he just looked happy. I
He
love
look
you.
happy. He look
You
happy
love
with the
me.
children. That's
We're
what he be
all
looking like.
with a great big
That's
hug and a kiss from
suspicious
me
to
to
me.
you.
I don't know,
Let me
man.
tell you.
Listen, all right. I'm gonna give you my one more hot take on this. Barney on the left, he's a real man.
Yeah.
He be interacting with the kids a little too much. All right. Barney on the right, animated. The only thing interacting is voice actor. I
Oh
think
my god.
I think this is a W on the
Nah, I
Barney
think
side
I
of
think
things.
it's a L if it's animated because those used to be real kids on that Barney show, and I used to be thinking to myself, maybe one
So who do
day
you think
I'll
is
get to.
voice acting the children? Robots?
No, but I'm saying you get to see real kids. Used to be different kids every week, like different kids. You
I
know what I'm
feel like
saying?
the thing is like it's hard to say, bro.
That's like in
Like
the
30 years
Nickelodeon
ago,
shit. when they used to slime kids on Nickelodeon as opposed to animated. It's not the same as seeing a real kid get slimed. You're like, damn, I wish I was that kid.
Nah, I know what you're saying. It's
an
different here
animated
though
thing,
with the Barney thing. The Barney thing is just it's controversial because of the children, in my opinion. But here's the deal. Here's the deal, right? Now, 30 years ago, I feel like it was more like acceptable. Like, for example, when me and you were younger, and God, the generation before us, like people used to straight up take other people's kids on vacations and shit. You
yeah.
know, and like you take other people's kids to the soccer games, to go get pizza, to McDonald's or whatever. Now it's like you give your kid to somebody else, they might get kidnapped, you know, and everyone's thinking about all this shit. It's like my sister brought it up to me because she's way older than me. She's in her 40s
Yeah.
and she has 2 kids now, and they're in one of them's a teenager and the other one's about to be, you know, and it's getting to the point where she's realizing the difference between childhoods, you know, and the fact that you're not really able to do things with other people's kids and other people's families because it's weird. They think it's like they think it's weird, you know. So what I'm bringing around here is
Like sleepovers are probably
30
like
years ago. Yeah, sleepovers are like a thing of the past too. But 30 years ago, I feel like it was more acceptable for a human person to be in the Barney costume playing around with the kids.
Here's my
Now,
question: are kids still meeting
nowadays,
up after
I don't
school on the
think
block?
it would be acceptable for a man to be in the Barney costume playing around with kids on television.
Oh
That's
my
just how I
God.
feel about it. That's maybe why they did it. I don't know.
First
I
of
feel
all,
more
I didn't
comfortable with
even
Barney
really
being animated than it being a real
I
guy.
barely registered as a kid that Barney was a man, bro. Barney was Barney. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I didn't know at all.
Barney, but it was just Barney. I barely recognized that he was a dude.
But you know what? Barney's a grown ass nigga, and he recognized. I'll tell you that right the fuck now.
Stop it. Listen, there's plenty of padding. You know, he's never gonna get a Woody or something like just okay. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I wanted to
Plenty
react
of
to
padding
this.
to hide that shit. I'm telling you,
I
bro.
wanted to
Something
react.
suspicious
Yeah.
about child
Oh my
actors, bro.
God.
Like, tell me not. The Blues Clues nigga, he was weird. We found out real quick he was weird. All right? I'm going to tell you right now, and he was not the only one. There's a lot of stuff we don't know about. There's some motherfuckers out there.
I was just thinking about that the other day because, like, you know, I'm a nigga. I'm trying to like be entrepreneurial in the future. You know, launch my businesses and stuff, and offer all types of services. You know what I'm saying? And then I thought to myself, yeah, I don't think I could really get into the babysitting business because no matter how nice of a guy I am, no matter how much of a open profile I could transparent as Charlie G, you know, I wouldn't do anything. The fact is, once you have a grown man offering to spend time with your kids, it's just something weird about it. Like that is just
but
a
you
job
know
for
what?
women. Like you just
30 years ago, niggas wouldn't have thought twice about it. I'm telling you, there's something different about this generation.
I'm just saying, I want to know why a man is just not allowed to be a babysitter. Just be honest. Just be honest with it. Like, just be honest and just say that you're not. Like,
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why right now. I'm gonna tell you why right now. Because listen to me. A man could quite literally,
even a gay man. But go ahead.
A man has masculinity, and what comes along with masculinity is generally being more powerful than a female, right? And males are also known to have a tendency to be more aggressive, right? So those two things alone, somebody having the potential to be more aggressive and has more ability to do damage, fuck shit up, whatever, right? That's what has led people to believe males are a less safer option than a female babysitter. That's how I feel. I don't know. I could be wrong.
They just don't trust my man's motivations. Like you can't even trust that I just want to make money. Like, why can't I just be a guy trying to do a service to make some money? Why do you got to?
You know why? You know why? And it's because this is why everything I could answer this question to every time somebody says why about some shit like that, because people ruined it. Yeah. Somebody said, "Oh, I'm just a nice guy just trying to make some money." And then guess what? They drowned that baby in the fucking bathtub. All right? For no reason. For no reason. And then he went on the stand and he looked at that lady and he said, "Yeah, I drowned your kid and I meant it. I hope you suffer for the rest of your life. And then they were like, wow, okay, all right, we got to change some shit because this can't happen again. Like,
I'll be like, bro, I'll tell you one thing though. If I did get a babysitting job, I would tell him, I'm not comfortable babysitting unless you have a nanny cam. All right, we need a camera in here somewhere to confirm that everything was on the up and up because I'm not gonna do nothing, so I'm okay with there being a camera there. But this little kid has imaginations, and if he wants to make up a story or something, I don't want to be at my word versus your kid because I know you're gonna believe
right.
you're gonna believe your kid. So to avoid that,
I mean, also, if we were to just go back and look at the track record of men rapists to female rapists,
we kind
I
of
don't know
lead
about
in
those
the
numbers,
race on the
man.
sex offender thing. We kind of lead that a little bit, just saying.
And I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Because how a normal female, gonna just go out and overpower people and fuck them? They really can't. Most of them can't.
But most of them
But
can when it comes to
any
children.
man out there could find a predator. They could find somebody. They could find prey. But a female is gonna have a lot harder time finding somebody that they could overpower.
But that's the reason why I say, even though it's a controversial statement, I've said several times, they need to find a different term for it between calling someone a sexual predator. Because here's the thing, in my opinion, all men to some degree are sexual predators. A predator means you're a hunter, you're going after something. You at some point, if you're a man of a certain age, at some point you took a shower, shaved, put on a good outfit, and you left your house that day or night with the
looking for sex,
with the full intention of hunting down some pussy. Okay,
right.
you was out there,
right,
putting your charm to the best.
I think we should just go to sexual assaulter.
Yeah, assault, because men are sexual predators. We are looking for the girl that looks like she might have her walls down or have a, you know what I mean. Just try to get her loose with a little liquor if you can.
Looking for the girl with her legs open, and no underwear.
Yeah, look at her. She got no bra on. I see her nipples right now. She's up for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, guys have been looking for their way.
She definitely got no dad. I'm in that.
For real, out there hunting on a prowl. You know what I mean? Like, come on. We know what's up. You know what I mean? You wanna know how to catch a fish? Don't ask the fish. You ask the fisherman, right? But anyway, but then you're gonna get mad. You can't, But we do hunt the woman to a degree, or lure them in, if you want to say.
I hate you for making me talk about Barney this long. Next subject.
Anyway, next subject here. As a guy that's worked at Lowe's for 2.5 years, hilarious.
Here we go. We got a video here of a Lowe's employee struggling with a heavy box. Bro's on the forklift right now. This video's on No Jumper, posted a day ago. And today is February 23rd, for those wondering. Nah, don't be yelling for help like that.
All right, come down. Please, I'm begging you. Somebody come. Come down, you gotta come down. I can't.
Bro about to get crushed by this box and his whole life is flashing before his eyes. Yo, I tell you right now, I can see you in the same exact position as that guy saying, hey, can I get a little help here?
Yeah.
Like, not like,
like, Jesus.
Literally, like, in my head, I heard you saying, hey, can I get a little help? Anybody?
Like, all right. Hey, I'm going down here.
Somebody help me out.
Hey, help. Yo, me and my brother said this. Right? It was
oh my God, the thing about the help thing.
I said, yeah, years ago. It's funny as fuck. You think about a girl screaming in this horror movie, right? You can hear, you hear the girls, right? But you never really hear the guys. And I think it'll be more scary.
You hear a grown
a grown man.
Help.
Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oh, not today. Oh my.
No, I tell you what. If we're walking down the same street in New York and
Help.
some woman out of nowhere just starts shrieking bloody murder, right?
Uh-huh.
Couple heads gonna turn. Couple heads
Yeah.
gonna turn. You get two grown men to start yelling at each other, bro. I tell you what, that whole block gonna stop on time. Like everybody gonna freeze frame, turn around, whoa, no, because when two men start getting at it, they know it's some serious shit.
Yeah.
That's why. And when even if it's just one guy start getting loud. One guy, why that guy getting loud? Women get loud. You look at any scene in a movie, there's always a woman screaming. You watch Cops, somebody getting arrested. Oh my God! You see anything going on anywhere that's any type of crazy, there's some women somewhere screaming. But you do not hear a man getting loud until shit get real. That's it.
Bill Burr had a segment on it, and in one of his stand-ups, you know what I mean. He said he was on a he was he was on a plane, you know what I mean, and he was in the seat, and the turbulence started happening. And the turbulence, they're throwing things, throwing each side to side a little bit. And he's scared as fuck. And then he says, so there's a couple of women making it, but he said there's nothing more of scary than a guy. This is guy, grown ass man, starts making all these bitch sounds. And I just wanted to be like, dude, are you fucking kidding me right now? You don't think I feel like that? You don't think I feel like that right now?
Shut the fuck up, you're being worse.
Are you kidding me right now? Like, these guys is good. It's like,
hey man, cut the fuck out.
At least this guy's just gonna fucking grin and bear it till his death. At no point is he gonna be. You don't get into Valhalla doing that right before you die, bro. I'm telling you. You don't get into Valhalla. Nah, nigga, you did not die like a warrior, dog. That is not it. That is not it. You gotta be You gotta be problem solving till the end. All right, you are in it till your last breath. This guy. Grown ass man, bro. Oh, one last time for the audio. One last time, because it's really sad.
Oh my God.
Pick it up again.
Not the help, bro.
Oh my God. Oh my God, yo, he cannot get no bitch ever again, bro. Yeah. I'm sorry they got you. Help. Okay, I'm done. Like, what are you breaking?
Nah, bro, I'm sorry. That right there, you just lost your man card for the rest of your life.
You know there are men that broke the world record for weightlifting without sounding like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro.
Yo, I want to see if I can send you a video on the fly, because this video right here is something that you need to see.
You sending it to me on Instagram?
If I can find it, I'm gonna send it to you on Instagram. It's a video of a guy. He's pulling out a gun, and he goes to rob somebody, and the guy that he's robbing pulls the gun out faster, and he like starts shooting on him. But the way that the guy that pulled up starts running away, it's just like, literally, he dropped the gun and everything, hands up in the air like a little girl, screaming and running away like a fuck. Yo, it was insane, bro. And the nigga that pulled up was a black man in a Mercedes Benz, and he was trying to rob, a white guy, which, like,
wow.
he wasn't gay, but he had like some short shorts on and a fucking polo shirt, and his hair was all slicked back. But it didn't look like he had a gun. Oh, when he pulled up, let me tell you, he let that shit air out.
Might not have been gay, but he might have been moonlighting this one. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a weird description right there.
I can't find it right now, but if I do, I'm gonna send it to you and I'll let you know.
I'm always sus about guys that hop real quick on that trend to wear shorts that are like mid thigh and shit. I don't know. I'm still on the Allen Iverson's phase when he finally. We on that long length shit. Anyway, this guy here, help. Anyway, this story here, right? Let me see if the audio here. Listen up.
Oh, so you gonna sit up here in front like you doing me a favor, right? Since I put you on camera, you ain't got nothing to say, huh? So, really? Oh, you gonna act like you just moving my stuff and you just looking out for your mama, but in actuality, my own son kicking me the fuck out his damn house. Why? Because he got a new family on the way, and that individual has 2 kids, and he needs the space. So now he want to kick his own mama out the house after everything I just been through. The son that I gave birth to, gave life, wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me, and that I raised, and want to kick me out of his own damn house. He can't do this shit. That's all right. I'll be calling the police so he can know that what he doing is wrong. You can't.
All right.
Well, I sent you the video, by the way. I found it and I sent it to you.
So
But
what's your opinion? So on my understanding, because I didn't
this
know.
right here, bro, she just said his own house. End of discussion.
Yeah. I give you that.
It's his crib, bro. She a grown-ass woman. She had her whole life to make decisions to get to a better position than she's in right now, and she didn't do it. So, look, man, there's all family love and everything, but if it comes down to my parents living with me in my house and I can't start my own family because of that, I'm changing the situation. I don't know if I would handle it exactly how this gentleman's handling it right here, but I'm not going to stop my life because they don't want to do better for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want to see me do better for myself. You know, like, in my opinion, this mother is very selfish. I don't know the whole backstory, but from the way that she's talking, she is saying that it is his house.
Yeah.
And she's being extremely childish, petty, and selfish. That's how I feel. This man ain't saying nothing. He just walking around doing his business. He ain't being aggressive. He ain't yelling. He ain't being disrespectful. In my opinion, she's being disrespectful, and he is being the adult in this situation.
You know, one of the reasons why I don't know where he's at, but one of the reasons why I love Detroit is because honestly, my mother's done well for herself. But if for some reason this was the case, I'm perfectly capable of getting more than one house, man. And I'll fucking listen, Ma. You could rent this. You keep this house. You keep it running. And although I have a feeling if she was capable of doing that, she would probably have her own house already to begin with. You know what I mean? To a degree. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like getting a house isn't that hard to me in Detroit, at least. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm gonna get more than one house eventually. But still, like, but the thing that colored it a little more for me was the fact when she said that is to make room for the girl has 2 kids already. You know what I mean? I would feel a little different if it was like a girl he was with and he was trying to, you know, start a family with. That'd be, but it almost seems it feels a little bit like he's sort of simping a little bit for the girl over his mom when she's coming in with so much heavy.
Nah, for sure. But let me tell you something right now. The father ain't there, all right? And I don't know how he got lost in the mix, but I tell you what, she ain't got a boyfriend either, all right?
Yeah.
And from the way that she's talking to her own son, I can see why. This woman right here doesn't deserve to have him taking care of her like that.
Yeah,
there's something missing here. There's a lot of story we don't understand. This guy looks to be, in my opinion, probably 35 years old. Yep. And that's 35 years of life before this video. We have no idea what the fuck happened.
Let me tell you a bit of what's going on here that I could guarantee what's going on. It's a syndrome that happens in the black community, right? Because here's the thing, and I've been a victim of it too, to a degree, right? It's called the son husband syndrome, right? So you got the single mother. For whatever reason, the father's not in her life. She has a boy, right? She raises this boy to be the man that she wishes that she had in her life, right? So eventually she comes to depend on her son for whatever reason, like either for financial reasons or for doing stuff around the house, for being the male presence in the house in the absence of the father or the male counterpart that should have been there. So then when the boy wants to then go live his life, you know what I mean? He feels as if he's leaving his mother unprotected, or he's leaving like a he's it's like an undue burden that he shouldn't necessarily really have to like. Don't get me wrong, every son wants to protect his mother to a degree, but but like at the same time, it's like she should have like a husband or something to keep her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So like
Mm-hmm.
I know, and sometimes you know it frustrates me, but I feel like sometimes people put the pressure on who they know is going to solve the problem instead of who the pressure belongs on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be times when she might even have a husband or have people that should take her, but she knows that her son's capable. She knows that her son loves her, and she knows that it's just going to
Yeah,
be
I might know
easier to
somebody that's in that exact
it just
particular
it just
situation.
might be easier to get it out of him than out of the other person. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, it's not really necessarily his responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy here, like yeah, it's bad that that what he's doing for the but really, in all actuality, him having to house his mother to that degree. You know what I mean? She sounds not that old. She doesn't sound old enough for that to be a thing to be do. If she was 70 something, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she
Nah, she
sounds
sounds like 50s or
yeah,
younger.
yeah, yeah. She sounds she got some strength in her, you know, enough to maybe support yourself. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Or like plan for retirement or like, be realistic about certain things. You know what I mean? But
Bro, from the way this lady's talking, you know damn well she fucked the whole goddamn life up to get to this point.
yeah, bro. It'd be bad decisions after bad decisions. And sometimes, when you get older, there's a little meme I remember seeing years ago when it says kids eventually get old enough to realize which parent is full of shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And the older I'm turning 30 in 2 years. You know what I mean? And my opinion of my elders or people older has matured and has been now rooted in more information. You know what I mean? And I feel like my judgments, though, because I'm the youngest, I keep to myself, are more accurate than what I mean. They would care to know to feel like what I'm saying. I'd be like, listen, there's been years of one of the good things about me being younger is that I don't have as long as of a track record of decision making to look at. You know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
got 20 years of something to look at. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've been here looking as a young one, watching the whole time. You know what I mean? And let me tell you something, not good. Not good. A lot, not good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it not good. You know what I mean? So I've only been here like 28 years. What are you gonna judge me on the
Well,
last like
another
10
thing
years
is,
since
bro, you
18? Like,
hear shit, you know?
yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I might have heard some things about one of my parents that made
Hmm.
me realize, wow, they're not Mr. Perfect, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it just comes to the point when you're growing up and that the person that you look up to, you don't know any better. You think that
Yeah.
that person knows the right thing to do and has everything figured out, you
I'm
know?
also less mad. I'm also less mad as I got because I used to be more mad. You know what I mean? But now I have more understanding of what life can do to you to put you in certain of the pressures of life and what it can put on you. You know what I mean? But yet when I'm younger and I'm seeing a certain decision, I don't know all the things that could have led to that decision. So I do have more empathy also as an adult because I know what it's like trying to pay the bills and shit and trying to make it in this world generally. You know what I mean? So but at the same time, you got I'll just say this, then I'll move on. You know what I mean? You got some people that are elders, like only because of age. You know what I mean? They're not necessarily because they have wisdom or knowledge gathered up
Correct.
necessarily. And also, even if they do, they perhaps have not necessarily invested the time in the next generation into leading them or giving them any guidance for real. You know what I mean?
Correct.
So, to me, what makes you an elder or an OG is not only your ability to have knowledge and have these things, but your investment in trying to impart some of those knowledges to the next generation. You know what I mean?
Or even like just understanding the next generation. Like a lot
Yeah.
of old people are closed-minded when it comes to that stuff, you know?
Like
Um,
again.
no, I mean it's the truth when it comes to that. I just feel really bad for those kinds of people because no matter what's put in front of them, whether or not it's the truth, they won't believe it because or they don't even want to hear it, let alone
Yeah.
believe it. They la 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 because to them it's all nonsense, whatever the kids are doing nowadays or whatever they come up with, or the next, the newest music or the newest art or the newest movies or whatever. It's all garbage, because when I was growing up, it was like this,
And, and what's your opinion on this, right? Because it's sort of it's not an open debate, but there's different philosophies and how it goes in my family, right? So, in my opinion, when you're the older one, right, and you're more established in life, or life keep coming at you, but like you are more adapted to dealing with life's punch because you've been battling it for longer, right? So, in my opinion, you should check on the young ones that are just beginning this battle, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
listen,
I'm gonna air out my sister real
for
quick. My
for you
sister
to
ain't never helped me with nothing.
yeah, for
She
you
ain't
to
never tried to,
but
hey, I went through
yeah,
this. Maybe you should like hear me out, and it could help you later on.
yeah,
Never had a one-on-one with her. She never tried to teach me anything. She never tried to say, oh, well, dad doesn't like when you do that, or like nothing.
yeah.
She just went away to school, and then when she had kids, I kind of connected with her again, and now we're friends. But what you're talking about there, she never looked out for me.
Exact, but also they'll get in my family. What it is the elders actually get resentment or maybe a little mad at you for not calling them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the way I looked at it is like you have to understand. I'm just getting hit with the world's pressures. I'm just getting hit
Yep.
with what it is to survive here. I am in the most scrappiest part of the battle when you're first
I feel like that's their
finding your
lack of
feet,
understanding.
finding your no, but you should remember what it was like at this age. You know what I
I
mean?
love putting
You
myself in people's shoes and
you know
feeling what they're feeling and trying to understand why people think the way they do. They do the things they do. They act the way they do. And it's
mhm.
because of the things that they're going through, the
Yeah,
life that you've lived up until that point. Every single moment leads up until each decision, each mistake, each regret, each problem, everything. It all has to do with it. There's a reason why when you go to school, you learn subjects like math and science and general knowledge, because you can't just bring somebody to school and teach them success,
yeah,
you know? Because without failure, success is like nothing, you
yeah,
know? Like, for example, now you look at rich people, right? Somebody that has become very successful. Now, their son, right? You could just give them a bunch of money and they could go do something on their own and spin it off and become successful from your wealth. But how often does a rich man, a wealthy person, have a child that becomes wealthy on their own, completely leaves the whole, everything that you've built for him behind? He doesn't want you to help him at all, and then
not
he
all.
goes on and motivates himself to become his own success. It
Yeah,
usually doesn't happen
yeah,
because that motivation isn't there. Because when you're born, everything is there. All the money is there. There's a lot less problems. You want something, you get it, you
yeah,
know and it's like, why would you bust your ass? Why would you get all this motivation to go create something of your own to become successful when the success
hmm
already happened? You know?
yeah,
So what I'm leading to here is, if that void is already filled with success, I mean, you can't fill a glass that's full of water with more water. It's just going to
yeah,
it's going to overflow, you
yeah.
know? So
I,
it's like, I don't know. I'm getting a little lost here on this tangent, but my point is, with success, is it's not like, it's not teachable. You have to go through things in order to learn the steps to be taught success. You
yeah.
can
You can watch stuff, but it can only you gotta apply it. You gotta really go
I
through
feel like if you go through a shit ton of mistakes, like you really fuck your life up, that you're more susceptible to success than somebody that has everything set up for them,
it.
you
Yeah,
know, because you've been through all these horrible things. You've been beaten down, broken up. You've fallen down and gotten up 100 times,
yeah,
and now like where I'm at in my life right now. I've been through a lot of shit and I'm tired of it, you know, and everyone does the same thing, the 9 to 5, go to college, do this, get that, da 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 da. Like, fuck, it frustrates me so much just thinking about that stuff. I want to do my own thing. I want to carve my
Yeah.
own path, you know?
Yeah.
And that motivation comes from my incredible amount of failures. Like just fucking my life up, fucking up money, or going to jail, or losing a girlfriend, or just having a bad day 20 days in a row. You know, like all of these things lead to that moment, like the video I sent you, where you're just like, fuck it, I'm going into the unknown. I don't care if I'm scared. I'm getting it done. And I'm like, that's what comes from failure. That's what molds success. And that's why people that will go out and fail over and over and over and over again are the people that inevitably become successful.
That's the truth. That's the truth. You know what I mean? That one of the things that this the Duna Valuetainment that I've been watching so much talks about entrepreneurship is that engine. You know what I mean? It's a couple lines like when I say be the engine driving to your dreams, because it's like even when you're in business, you know what I mean, you gotta constantly remotivate. You know what I mean? You didn't have a sale that went right. You have this. You gotta rejig, re up. When you're consecrated, regardless of the likes or whatever you get, you gotta whatever it is. You gotta recommit. You know, you gotta make the next Fitting Wednesday, make the next podcast, make the next Freestyle Friday. You gotta make the next day. You gotta keep ticking away at it. You know what I mean? And I had said in my recent Wednesday, one, just starting a war. You had a head start in. Every day's a battle. I'm learning how to win. You know what I mean? Because these old heads, I'm like, you had a head. You already been in this battle. I just started. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's the craziest part of the battle. And though the battle never stops, you would think that you would be the one. It's like me, like when my little brother calls me, I pick up. You know what I mean? I call my little brother sometimes because to me, I am his elder, even though it's only maybe like a year and a half. You know what I mean? But still, I'm his elder. My little sister. You know what I mean? I try to offer her guidance. You know what I mean? And I'm not asking them for money. You know what I mean? For the most part, you know. But if I do, you know what I mean? I pay them back for sure. And if they owe me money, I'm more likely to forgive it because I feel like that's the place of an elder. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to be there to help you. I'm supposed to be there to
Right.
offer guidance. You know what I mean? If you need like $20 from me, I should be able to try to give that to you. You know what I mean? If I need money from you, I got to pay you back and maybe give you a little interest. You know what I mean? Because I gotta be lending a hand to me from the eldership. That's what it should mean.
Well, also the whole point of elders is to set example.
Yeah.
You know, and who are you to be teaching somebody something if you're not practicing what you preach?
Exactly. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'll move on, man. But I'm just saying.
Go check out that DM I sent you because it's a little bit spin off on this Lowe's employee struggling with the box. It's a YouTube short. I don't know if you can pull it up or whatever, but it's like I said, it's this black guy pulling up on the white guy, and the white guy draws on him, you know, and the black guy must not had a round chambered. But look, I mean, you just gotta watch it over and over again for a second and watch the black guy's arms when he's running away. Watch him drop the gun and flail his arms in the air. Bruh, like, yo. It's just the way, like a little girl, he starts flailing his arms in the air.
Wow.
Yo, nah, you lost all credibility right there, my dude. Don't ever try to fucking rob somebody ever again.
Homie was ready with it. Like,
and the white guy, you gotta give him credit, bro. In the slides in a polo, my boy's sitting pretty ready.
He thought I was lacking. He said he thought I was like.
Yo, he had one in the chamber. He had that shit ready. Like,
You picked the wrong one, fucking with him. You picked the wrong one. You gonna have a long day. You about to have a long day. You know what I mean? But yeah.
And bro dropped his grip. And you left your fucking shit there.
Oh my god. All right. One or two more before I toss it to Charles. You know what I mean? They say fifth patient cured, following stem cell transplant, a curative HIV. You know what I mean? The question is, do you trust it? Do you feel like any
Do
percentage
I
chance of
trust it? Do they have a choice? Go do it. The fuck?
No, I'm
I'd
saying
do it.
like I still don't fuck bitches without a condom, but I'm just saying like
Oh, nah. Yo, they only doing this shit because gay is mad popular now. I'm just saying. They been knew about this. I don't care what nobody says.
I mean Magic Johnson been on live for a while. You know what I mean? Um,
Yo, you seen the South Park episode? He just been blending money and drinking
oh my god. Oh my god.
it.
I hate you. I hate you. All right, but I'm gonna switch to the topic. I was gonna do one, but I'm gonna rearrange it. You know what I mean? What you call it? This one here. CDC reports find that nearly 3 in 5, or 57% of teenage girls reported feeling persistently sad or hopeless in 2021. That's up 36.
Social media.
That's up from 36% from 2011, and the highest level seen in the past decade. So, in my opinion, this is a combination of yes, social media and feminism coming together to totally fuck women's psychology up. You know what I
Yep.
mean? First, you tell
And
them,
those
oh,
two things go hand in hand. Social media promotes feminism like through the
yeah,
roof.
yeah, because you tell them to go to college, right? Like, just think about this for a second. You graduate high school at 18. You get a 4 year degree. That's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right, you graduate 22. And mind you, most degrees do not complete in the exact amount of time. They take sometimes 5 or 6 years to get a 4 year degree. You know what I mean? That's the truth. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, let's say you graduated 22, right? You go to get a job. You know what I mean? Because you just graduated college for what, to get into your career, right? So you go to work this job for let's say at least 3 years, right? So you look up now, you got a college degree, you got this little job that you work to degree, you making decent money, young girl, and now you're 25, 25. All right, you 5 years from 90% of your eggs being gone. You know what I'm saying? So now you gotta find your potential husband, right? But the thing is, because you've raised your amount of income, you've shrunken your dating pool, because be honest, women really like men that like make more than they do. Just be honest about it. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, the more money you make, the less men that are available to you to date. Meanwhile, with men, it's the exact opposite. You know what I mean? But so now you're 25. You only got 5 years before 90%, and then 5 years after that, after 35, you're in geriatric pregnancy. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, you don't have that many time for that many failed relationships for real. Because how many years you gonna be with them before marriage happens? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I'm typically
You
married
know,
before the
I'm
baby.
kind of curious on whether or not the Illuminati or something had control over this gay shit and we're becoming like relatively overpopulated and they just decided to open the floodgates. And they were like, you know what? Let them all be gay. Then we won't have all these babies. There'll be less people for a while. We'll start going down in population. Probably be a good idea. I'm telling you, it
But
might be
it's
a thing.
actually bad. I watched a video on it's crazy because it's like both things are a problem. Because as much as we feel like overpopulation is a problem, you know what I'm saying? There is also problems that happen if you end up having a lower birth rate where like the nation is failing to replace itself. What ends up happening is you get an aged population where they have no young people to take care of 'em, like some
Right.
young people to make the deliveries now, like who's driving the trucks
Yep.
now, or who's like in the
But if you
factories
think
now,
about
who's
it
in
and
the
you look at the
you know what I mean?
charts, it's been steadily increasing a lot
But
in the past 200
America's
years.
different. America's birth rate actually isn't that great, but America has been still growing its
Because
population
ain't
through through
nobody want to have sex in America. Yo,
and
the
but
rates of sexual intercourse are so far down from the 70s, it's not even funny.
they
Like,
are a bit. They are actually. That's just true.
bitches just don't want to fuck. They
But
just don't.
that's not true. What's happening is like
It is true,
it's
nigga. The
becoming
fuck?
more.
Yo, you know how hard it is to go out to the club and get fucking laid? I'm a good looking dude. I got money. I got a nice car. I got everything. What do you want? I'm smart. I will shut the fuck up and listen to you. I will put my jacket in a puddle so you could walk
Oh
over
my
it. I will
god.
hold every door for you.
That's not.
And
That's not gonna.
still,
No.
nothing.
No.
Matter of
No.
fact, I had plenty of girlfriends in my life. Not plenty, like about 5. And every single one of them I treated like a goddamn princess. And if you for some reason come into contact with them and you ask them about my name, I promise you they ain't got nothing but good things to say about me. And these bitches always cheated. They always cheated. I give them everything. I give them the best gifts they could ever think of, and then I do more. And then I bring them out, and then I give them another gift the next week, just because. Like,
that's not how it works, though. I'm telling you, the red pill teaches you about women nature. You know what I mean? And it teaches you why that doesn't work. You know, I'm telling you, you gotta be sparing with the validation. And
I tried that, bro. I
and
tried that too. Trust me.
I'm telling you.
Especially in my longer relationships, the ones that lasted 3, 4, 5 years. Don't you think I tried to play both sides? Come on now. You know me. You know I'm not stupid. You know I tried that shit, bro. I tried to play the I'm not impressed by you. I'm a good, hardworking man. I'm gonna do my own thing. You kind of cute though, but I ain't gonna give you attention. And then it's like, then I tried to even play the in between, where you do a couple nice things, but then you turn your back and you're like, like it doesn't work, bro. I don't know what it is. And there's tons of videos circulating right now about dating in 2022, 2023, and how it's just like everyone's the same and it's all nonsense. Everyone cheats on each other. Everyone has 5 fucking partners. Like, it's just, you can't trust nobody or nothing. It's the social media and stuff. It's done us in, bro. My dad and my mom both have asked me, what's with it with your generation and everyone's sad, And I was like, I tried to explain like the little emo thing in high school and like the like the music, like the rock music and stuff when I was growing up, how it was cool. That was like kind of, it started to become popular. And my mom was like, we had death metal in the 80s, and people weren't sad and crying all over the internet. And it's like, there's like this weird thing that the internet and social media has created where it's like people just become sad. And I think it's more so like the fakeness that the whole world portrays of like, I'm happy, look at all the cool things I'm doing. And then they just don't show any of the bad stuff. So all you feel like is like everyone around you is happy. And whenever you're not doing something to share with people or to just, you know what I'm saying, to boost your dopamine, then you feel sad, Also, it has a lot to do with the vaping, for sure. The nicotine vapes, 100% have gotten way too far out of hand, and younger people are starting to use them, and it's terrible for you. It's terrible for anxiety, depression, all kinds of stuff I can't even begin to explain. And it's just sad to see. I know so many people that are literally like 16, 17, 18 years old that smoke that shit every day, all day. They'll smoke a whole vape in one day, a fucking pack of cigarettes in one day, and they're 16, 17 years old. Like, it's just, I don't even know what to say about it. Some of them have been smoking for fucking 5 years by the time they're 18, And there's just nothing you could really say other than we're fucked. I don't know why people would create that stuff, but it is what it is.
That's retarded,
greedy.
bro.
It's all about money.
I guess it must be really addictive, I guess, that they just can't.
It is, bro. You can't tell me that like you haven't had an experience with like grabba or blunts where like, damn, you wanted another one or you wanted a little more. It's like that times 100,000. When you take that shit in on a regular basis, you can't even fathom getting up to go to the bathroom without smoking that shit. You can't fathom eating a meal without smoking before and after. It's just, and when you get people when they're young and impressionable, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, that's the worst time for somebody to develop a bad habit, because that's what you get used to for the rest of your life, And there's no other way to say it. They fucked up. They should not have made that stuff. It's not good for people that are even quitting smoking. It's not good for anybody, And another thing about it is that they can do it anywhere. You could be in your bed. You could smoke all the way until the last second you fall asleep. You know, you smoke in the bathroom at school. You could smoke in class if you blow it into your shirt. You know, like it's just like there's no restriction, which makes it
Yeah.
easier for people to continue to get addicted to it and more addicted. And it's just terrible. It's a terrible thing. I've actually done a lot of research on it, and like your brain develops receptors for nicotine. They're not there. So when you start smoking, that's why it's like repulsive at first. Like you're just like, gross, you know, because
Yeah.
you have no receptors for it. And your brain's like, what the fuck? Why would you bring this into your body? We don't know what to do with this, you know? And
Uh,
then when you just slowly just start to develop the receptors, that's when the hunger for it develops. That's when your body is like, we want it, because now the
mm,
receptors are there and they're looking to receive it, you know. And the more you smoke it, the more receptors develop in your brain, and over time, as you quit, those receptors will die, and that's what lowers your want to smoke, is the receptors being less and less. But yes, this has to do with social media, feminism, and
yeah.
vaping, in my opinion. Cell
All
phones
I,
in
all I
general,
was gonna,
internet in
I was
general.
trying to look for this thing, but I couldn't find it because it found this dude that broke it down so well, and it talked about how the government incentivizes things based on the economy, right? And it talked about how the economy went from like sort of farming type thing or like a lot of homeland type thing where you needed a lot of kids, so multiple kids was encouraged to have a whole family to do it. And then it went to like the industrial age where like you needed the guy to be in the factory and you needed the woman to take care, so the nuclear family was promoted. And now we're in
Mm-hmm.
the computer age where everyone could work individually, so like we're more single, you know what I mean, right now than so he was breaking it down about how the way with the change of how relationships and the economy are related. You know what I mean? Like as the work requires less group work, like in less the groups like it's more individualized. The the people become that way too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know
Yeah.
how to put it. You know?
And it's going to be scary when everyone loses their person skills, you know, your ability to interact with another human and work with somebody that you don't know. You know,
Hmm.
like I feel like back in the day, that's why so many people had like so many friends, because you went to work and like your coworker was your friend,
Yeah.
you know, like because you talk to them all the time every day. Now, for example, you go to the store right now, right? Let's just say you go to Walmart, you're going to buy something.
Hmm.
Out of 10 trips to Walmart, how often are you going to talk to somebody?
No, most
Not
never.
including the cashier.
Pretty much never. I've gone to Walmart in and out and talked to no one the entire time, many times. Almost, as a matter of
Right.
fact, that is what happens
So
most of the time.
now, why do you think that is? Cell
Um,
phones,
yeah.
this whole thing you're talking about with the change in the world,
Yeah.
people just being less sociable, people just being
People are,
less.
but people are. I listen. One day I went up in Home Depots. I went into two of them, and I was trying to get people contractors
I
for me.
remember, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Listen, people aren't used to people coming up and talking to them. People aren't used like people.
Well, what I
It's
meant to
just
say was is that my parents were telling me that when they were younger, every time you went to a store, you waited on a line, you talking to the person in front of you, the person behind you. Next thing you know, you talk about the weather, the football game, the who's going to the bar, who's going, what do you do for work? How's what's going on tomorrow? Like it's like all of that has been lost. Like,
yeah.
and it's not even the fact that it's been lost. It's like there's zero desire to bring it back. Nobody even cares to talk to the guy next to them.
Here's another reason why I know I need to get into business and go hard, right? Because here's the thing. Um, in order to do business, you have to deal with sales to a degree. You have to deal with people. If you're afraid to talk to people or afraid to, and this generation that has grown up with this internet has become never more afraid to talk to people in person than ever. You know what I mean? They have this anxiety. You know what I mean? Because they have this lack of, you know what I mean? Like I remember my little sister used to say, talking to people is cringe. I mean, meeting people is cringe. Like
Mm-hmm.
well, what do you mean it's cringe? Like, no, like you have to like get over that. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? And you have to. It's just a part of life, you know what I mean? And they're just willing to just be coddled and just like not want to just. It's such a like soft society. You're not even allowed to be mean to your kids, even if it's in their best interest. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Cause sometimes it might be like punishment or be like, you don't even understand. You're like, it's like what levels of discipline are even permitted these days? You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
like
Like you
perfect
can't even
example,
tell your
bro.
kid that he can't be a boy or can't be a girl if he's born in a different gender. Like you can't. At this point, it's child abuse to even tell your boy that he is a boy. If you tell your kid to man up, you can't even do that. If your boy wants to be a girl and you tell him you're a boy, get out of here. Like that's like bad now. Like or
Yo,
something.
like for
Like
example, right? Just think about it like this. When my parents were kids and they were getting beat or whatever the fuck their parents were doing to them, just imagine if they were to pick the phone up and call the police. Just imagine. The
my mother
police
used to tell
coming
me
to
to
the
go
fucking
ahead.
house.
My mother said, "Go ahead, go to foster care. Go
Right.
ahead, go
Right.
ahead." My mother used to say,
Yo,
"Go
and the
ahead."
police would show up and they'd be like, you better listen to your fucking parents. That's what they'd
Exactly.
say. They wouldn't fucking discipline the fucking parents. Yo,
Hmm.
they would say, you better listen to your fucking parents.
Yeah.
Right? Now think about it now. Think about it now. Let's think you had a son right now, and your son's misbehaving, and he's telling you he thinks he's a woman, and he's telling you all types of bad,
Let
he's
that kid
cursing,
get a TikTok
saying bad
account. You can't
words.
parent him no more. If that kid gets a TikTok account and complains to the world about anything you parent him with, you literally
Right.
don't have control of this kid anymore. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
So to me, where the fuck did somebody allow it to get to the point we're at now and think that it's okay for a kid to have that much control over a life they know nothing about?
yeah, yeah, that's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So it just don't make no sense to me for real. It don't make no sense the stuff they're allowing. You know what I mean? It's
I
ridiculous
just
to me,
feel like
man.
there's
But anyway,
so much nonsense going on. It's absolutely impossible for the government to not have a part in it. In some way, shape, or form. There's no
just
way.
allowing it to happen at least. You know what
They
I mean?
are allowing it to happen because there's no way, as a government of apparently the greatest nation in the world, to be letting us live like this, bro. Right before I got on this call, I watched a video of Baltimore, Maryland. All right. I don't know about you, but I've seen 3 places in America that don't deserve to be called America:
Hmm.
Camden, New Jersey; Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, particularly northern Philly;
Hmm.
number 3, Baltimore, Maryland. You look at some of these places, just type in Baltimore Hood, Philly Hood, Camden Hood. Bro, Camden don't even got fucking pavement on the ground. They don't even got electricity in 50% of their neighborhood. Why? How is that
It's
allowed to be a
Camden.
part of America? Camden, New Jersey. Camden. And bro, I just have to say, it is quite literally the saddest thing that I have ever seen in America.
Oh God.
Look at this stuff. Look at this stuff. And this is not just one street. This is every corner you turn looks like this. It's fucking sad, bro.
How
It
much a
really
house
is
is that?
sad.
Sounds like a place I could buy property. I need to find some.
And it's not just Camden. Camden's bad, but Elizabeth, New Jersey is bad, and there's other neighboring. Look at that one picture right there, that Reddit picture with the tires in the middle of the street. That's
Yeah.
a fucking street people grew up on. People played ball. People fucking lived
No,
on
they
that
didn't.
street. Yeah, he said no, they didn't. Yo,
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
yo, fuck you. Yo, fuck all you know. Your pops played on that street.
No.
Fuck out of here. But
Nah,
anyway,
nah. Ain't
my
no
whole
one
point
playing on
is,
that shit.
bro.
Everybody's sad. Ain't no games being
Yo, my
played.
whole point is, bro. Like, how are we supposed to be the greatest country in the world when we have third world country shit going on in some of our major cities?
The only thing you can do on that block
Baltimore,
is a military
Maryland is
obstacle
less
course.
than an hour away from our nation's capital, from Washington, D.C. It's right there. And we
Mhm.
go look up Baltimore, Maryland hood. Type that shit. Baltimore hood. Look at this shit, bro. It's fucking sad. Just type hood and then click enter. I mean, bro, look at these streets. Like, I don't understand. How's people living there? You know what I'm saying? And like, I just watched a video, and the guy, a lot of these videos, the people will just drive around these neighborhoods, and it's literally just dash cam videos of the neighborhoods, and I,
Mhm.
I I don't even know what to say.
I ain't
It's
gonna lie. There's some
so.
blocks in Detroit that look like similar to a
There were
degree.
people in the comments that were saying, because they were talking about the worst cities in the nation, and a lot of people were saying Detroit, but people were arguing to the death that
But
Philly, Baltimore, and Camden were top three.
yeah,
That's it. No, nothing, nowhere in America
yeah,
could compete with those three places.
nah.
And I can tell you for sure, because I drove through northern Philly myself. I spent a couple hours there, not any
My apartment
substantial
wasn't
amount of
so
time.
bad in Michigan, man. It wasn't so bad, right? My apartment I had over there, my little area over there.
Nah, that was nice. That was a nice name. Like, you didn't see disheveled nonsense, That's that's the what's crazy, right? Is that Baltimore video I was watching is they have like a main strip and everything looks pretty decent. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still bars on the windows, broken glass, garbage
Nah,
everywhere. But compared
everywhere,
to the
and the
other
people live
blocks,
around it, they just don't care.
but like, you know, like they got a little something nice, and then you turn down one block and it's absolutely like the worst thing you've ever seen, and then you turn down
Hmm.
another block, same thing, next block, same thing, bro. I was seeing straight the fuck up trees growing out of houses in Baltimore, Maryland. Multiple. I mean, it was one house, there was like a hole in the second floor, and there were just trees coming out of this hole in the house, like
You know, when
a
I when I
whole
when I,
ass forest.
when I look at that
And there was
building,
people living next door with a car in the driveway and a basketball hoop in the front yard. And there's a
listen,
tree growing out of the house next door.
there's a reason that these buildings are still standing. Is because they're built out of brick and they're built strong as fuck, regardless of what the neighborhood's doing to them. So I look at that building and I go, yeah, everyone's afraid. I bet it's just like Detroit. So I want to know how much does it cost? Because that's the reason why I'm doing these
For
good home.
sure, there's dollar homes in
I'm
Baltimore.
I'm building and I'm doing good in home maintenance. You know what I mean? So I could slowly learn how to build a home. Because all I'm seeing is one, two, maybe three apartments for rent. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, but nobody gonna live there. You can't
yes, it
beat out the
is.
fucking.
That little girl on a tricycle, her parents, they live nearby, and I bet wherever they're living looks shitty, and I'm gonna make that
I
place
bet
look
you
nicer.
wherever they're living, they ain't even paying to live there. I'll tell you that.
He said they just squatting in an abandoned
It
house
ain't
that they
even
fixed up.
squatting because there's nothing to squat. It's like literally people just up and left because opportunity left. There's nothing there for people that live there. So it's like, why? There's no reason. Like, there needs to be gentrification for people to come back and move into that place. You know what I'm
I
saying?
remember.
Because
I
right
remember
now, the way that it is, it's not. People can't live there.
people's
You can't.
mentality is different. I remember one. I'll say this last thing, and then I'll try to throw it over. But I remember one time my stepfather had proposed these years ago. He was in Detroit. When we was in Detroit. He was like, yeah. My friend told me about this idea about how to get a house out here. He said he's been squatting in his house for 10 years, and he says after 15 years he could just apply to like have ownership of it like automatically or something like
Oh my god.
that. So he says he's just been holding out.
That's like the people that
Never
fucking after 7 years your credit gets wiped and they're like, bro, I'm gonna just run it up for 7 years and then who cares? It'll
Yeah,
all go away.
yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, bro, dog. Like, what type of plan is that? What
Yo,
type of
you know what type
plan
of
is
plan that is, bro? That's the government saying, if this motherfucker want to waste 15 years of his life living in squalor, give it to him. Give it to him.
Just take it. Just take it, you fuck. Like, no, that is ridiculous. Like, yeah, I'm gonna squat here till it's mine.
One last one I want you to
Such a
look up.
little crazy
Look up
idea.
Kensington, Philly.
Who is spelling that? Come on. Man.
Kensing. There you go. Kensington, Philadelphia.
Yeah, he was giving up on the rest of
I
that
mean,
shit, but
look
yeah.
at this shit, dog. And
It's
this
not
is
so
all
bad.
like
It's okay.
recent stuff.
Just a couple tents. People living in tents. It's all right.
Kensington is the heroin capital of America.
Oh God.
This
Kensington.
is, I don't know if you ever heard of like that shit. It was popular in like Russia. It was called crocodile. It was like, it's heroin, but they have like tranquilizers and stuff in it and all this stuff. It's literally making people like lose limbs. They
Yeah.
shoot up in their arm and stuff, and like that arm will literally just die, and they have to just cut it off.
You talk about the new shit. They got new shit called
Yeah.
Train Q, and you shoot
Yep.
it, and then
But
like,
that's been out for a long time. But it's now just starting to become into the American news.
Yeah, it's
10 years ago, 15 years ago, there was documentaries about that stuff in Russia. Vice did documentaries about that shit in like 2010. I was watching documentaries on that shit. So it's just now coming to America.
That's ridiculous.
But yeah, these are the 3 worst cities in America that it's absolutely disgraceful for us to call this home.
You go there, you're going to end up like this guy in a red hat. You're going to look at these people and not fucking happy. And not happy. And not happy. And not happy with the current state. It's going to be linked over like this fucker over here, right? You don't want
it's crazy though, I mean, like there's people live in like Vegas and Texas and,
He's gotta
and Cali
be posing,
and New
man.
York.
These people gotta be. It can't be that bad, bro. He just leaned over. He just leaned over in his chair right now.
It's
bro.
bad, bro. I'm telling you, it's bad. It's going to take more than 20 million to help the people of Kensington. That's the title of this article.
I don't know what it's gonna take to break my spirit, man. But I just be seeing shit that's be so bad. I just can't be believing this. That there's mad people there.
Nah, you see that picture right there? That's all broken spirits. You see them pictures to the left? See them pictures below it? Every motherfucker in that picture is a broken spirit.
God. I just want to get there and just give like the best I have a dream speech ever. Just like, all right, get up, but we can do this.
Yo, it's crazy. Carl, I'm telling you, I was driving through northern Philly. And there was literally a fucking line of cars on a 1-lane road that was not moving because people were trying to pick up hookers.
Come on, Meek Mill, where you at on this, man? We need you over here, right? We need you in the
for real.
Right,
I tell you what, he knows Kensington is helpless. That's why he ain't over there.
Oh man, this guy don't look like he got hope, man. Come on, man. Shit.
Oh man.
Shit, this guy rough life. Ooh.
And everything, you see that in the background? You see how it's just all like shoddy grass and cars parked on the fucking.
That's gotta be makeup. What happened to this kid? What's going on here?
Makeup. That ain't no fucking makeup. That bitch been shooting up in her face for like 10 years. That's why she looked like that.
No, man. No.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. And the thing is that the saddest thing is there are so many people here that don't even know this shit exists. Look at that bitch hunchback from Notre Dame. You can't tell me. You can't tell me that ain't the saddest face you've seen in a minute. Look at that girl on the right.
Oh my God. It's done, bro. Oh God.
You can't fake that. Like
yeah, that's done. That's done. She's not that good an actor. You cannot. You can't
fake that.
Nah. That's true. That's yeah.
Yo, yeah, I can smell the despair coming from these images. There's hopelessness just oozing out of this conversation.
Like, what's happening on this alley, man? Nothing good has ever happened in this alley, bro. But anyway, man, I'm leaving it, bro. Listen, Charles, come in, Charles.
Save us.
Oi, Charles here with the news and the headlines to keep you lot informed of what's happening in the world. Get your head out the sun and all that, bro. Keep you knowing what's happening in this fucking crazy lot that we're dealing with here, bro. First story up. Apparently, Baltimore and North Philly and, other parts of the nation are fucking horrendous and you don't want to live there, bruv. Do yourself a favor, save up some money, get a train ticket and just leave, bruv. Just leave. Don't stay. You know what I mean? Next one up. No jumper, he reports. Eric Holder has been sentenced to 60 years to life in prison for the murder of Nipsey Hussle. So just a bit of justice served there. So I appreciate that. And it seems that we have a string of sentences here to talk about here going on. Singer R. Kelly already received 30 years for sex trafficking, but he has also recently been sentenced to 20 years on child porn charges. He's 56. He's only got so many years left. So just I think you've got him for life now. Just chill out a bit. It's done, isn't it? Just it's it. I guess he's away for his crimes and all that. You know what I mean? And last one up, Harvey Weinstein, the movie producer, whose the treatment of women propelled the Me Too movement in 2017, was sentenced on a Thursday to 16 years in prison for committing sex crimes in the Los Angeles County. Honestly, I didn't think they would actually come to this much. You know what I mean? Harvey Weinstein is currently 70 years old, so 16 years is like that's like the rest of it, isn't it? So, but, yeah. So just a bit more justice, I suppose. Just don't be doing that in the Hollywood, making girls stars if they, suck it and all that. Anyway, last story up. Malcolm X's family plans to sue the FBI and the CIA and the NYPD for his death. You know what I mean? The daughter of the murdered civil rights black activist Malcolm X said that she will be suing them. She says that they conspired to execute their their plan to assassinate her father, and she intends to file the wrongful death lawsuit. You know what I mean? I believe they're suing for the amount of $100 million. So I suppose this is the proper month to launch the lawsuit. I suppose. For more information on these headlines, feel free to do your own fucking research. And with that, back to you, Charlie. Thanks, Charles. Thanks, Charles. I appreciate
Ain't none of them motherfuckers got enough time in jail.
it. Listen.
Throw away the key.
Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah, with that, you're moving on to the brand building segment. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get Rainy Days up here on the screen. You know what I mean?
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Yeah. Mr. Rainy Days, let's go. So talk to the people, man. How's Mr. Rainy Days been, man? How's Mr. Rainy Days been? Talk to the people.
You know, I've been working hard. I really have. In the past few days, I've been working hard. I'm trying to get everything in order for the fall 2023 drop. I have one hoodie design finalized. I have another hoodie design. That's the hoodie. I have that in black, and I'm gonna get it in gray with black writing.
Okay.
And I have patches. I'm trying to work out a deal with a patch company and see if they want to collaborate with me. If not, I'm gonna have to make my own patches to put on. But I have tons of cool ideas. Everything's coming into fruition. Things will be released to my story as the designs get finalized and stuff like that. So go follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Everything is on my website, RainyDays.org. If you look there, actually, in the following, I also launched Rainy Days Images very recently. And that is basically just to give people another reason to interact with Rainy Days. So if you have pictures of rain or videos of rain and you want to tag me, or you want them to be posted on this page, you can email them to blake@rainydays.org, who is the photographer that is curating this page, or you could simply at the Rainy Days Images page in your post or story, and whatever, and those posts will inevitably wind up on that page. So it just gives people another reason to interact with Rainy Days. I have things coming in the future. That's the photographer. He's got a bunch of other stuff on there. If you look at Osmo Photo and 548 Photos right there, look at that. 548 Photos is the one that he just created. That account is really cool. This guy is a longtime friend of mine. He just bought 548 color slide films from a yard sale for $5. And he's going to post every single one to his Instagram for 1 day at a time until all the photos are gone. So
Wow.
that's what that account is about. This is his professional photography account. Um, Longtime friend of mine. Like I said, I actually helped him get the Blake name on the other Instagram. Um, yeah, so he's going to be running the Rainy Days page. He travels a lot for work and school, and he always has a camera with him. So he's just going to be taking pictures of rain across the country and
That's
posting
dope.
it. Yeah, so that's that. And then I'm also going to be creating Rainy Days memes that's going to be run by another friend of mine, Chris, because all these major companies, they just post memes to their pages to get free traction, free followers, free impressions. So I'm going to hop on board with that, but I don't want to flood my main page. So anybody that likes memes and wants to check it out, they can go follow the meme page, which will be run by another friend of mine.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm just
That's
trying to
dope.
expand in as many ways as I can without, overdoing myself. It helps a lot to have people like Blake and my friend Chris help me run these pages so I can focus on the main stuff, and then the simple stuff like that can be run by, just a friend or a worker, a coworker, and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm really excited for the merch to drop. If you actually go check out my Tumblr as well, if you go to the website, just click rainydays.org and then click the three lines in the top left, and then it'll say Tumblr there on the drop down. I just started posting on Tumblr 4 days ago, I think. I was going to start posting every day, but my friends haven't gotten onto Tumblr yet. It's going to happen in the next few days. And once they get on, is when I'm going to start posting every day again. If you scroll down to the images there of like the rain, that's what I'm going to
Yeah.
be posting with a quote, not
Wow.
necessarily a love quote, but it'll be something emotional or pertaining to life and whatnot. And I'm going to be posting one of those every day until I run out of them. I have a ton of them. They're like
That's a cool
animated
idea,
rain
actually.
gifs, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know
So
if you like
smart.
that. But
Smart
yeah,
guy.
so I'm going to be posting those every single day until I run out of them. I'm super excited to get the Tumblr up and going. I actually did just get onto a live streaming platform. There's a new platform called Kick. It's
Hmm.
kick.com. It's not like spelled like the messenger app. It's actually
Hmm.
kick.com. It's like exactly the same thing as Twitch, but they're just trying to become the next one.
Yeah.
So I have Rainy Day on there. I was considering maybe doing some like nature streams, like if it was raining or something, maybe I could set up a camera somewhere and just leave it live.
Hmm.
And maybe people will like that. Maybe it's comforting to them, or just a place for people to hang out and do homework or study, and interact with people, and it's calming. So I might do that. I'm considering it. I'm definitely going to be trying to incorporate that with whenever I create clothes. I have videos of like me pressing the t-shirts and stuff, but
Hmm.
maybe next time when I start making the merch, I'll go live and I'll show the people how merch is made and
Yeah.
how the shirt that they're going to wear winds up getting onto their back.
Yep.
So
That's dope.
yeah, that's what's going on with Rainy Days. I'm super fired up right now. Ain't nobody could stop this train. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
Um,
Let's go, baby.
but everything else in my personal life is fucking shit right now. So it's hard. I'm trying to stay focused.
They say necessity is
Um,
the mother of invention. You know what I mean? So pressure
mm-hmm.
makes diamonds. So
Right. Right.
it's
So
okay.
it is what it is. We're doing it, baby.
We're gonna
Go
fight
give me a
through it.
follow. Check out rainydays.org. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
You
What's
got
going
it.
on with you, Charlie G?
Charlie G, man. Listen, man. Young man, I ain't doing nothing. I quit. I quit. I'm giving up. I'm giving
Oh
up.
my God.
But nah. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's another week, and I gotta constantly renew my efforts and shake off any little reasons for disappointment or shit like that. You know what I mean? Because it's so weird. I was saying to my mom the other day, I was just like, I'm gonna just stay consistent and keep hitting. I got an idea that I want to start. I want to start doing more motivational reels because because that's something that I could whip up easy. and I'll just either use another reel to piggyback off to remix it and then have an inspirational thing at the end, or I'll just say how I'm feeling on a particular thing. Use it as like a daily, almost like a. We make reels of
Like
it
that
because
that Andrew Tate joint,
like that, similar to that, but different. You know,
but
but
more
similar. You
like
know,
you
yeah,
talking,
more
or
me,
at least
more
you
me,
being
my
on the
my
camera.
message. Yeah, yeah, me. I'm to me talking my shit because I've been talking my shit once or twice in my stories, and I'm just like, you know, I'm tired of giving my stories so much content because my stories they just go into the ether. You know what I mean? So I'm like, let me start putting some of this on the reels side so that I could sort of really like harness some of this, some traction for some of this content that I'm making anyway. You know what I mean? Cause and I was saying to my mom, I was like, you know, on one piece of content you put so much work in, you know what I mean, and you don't get as much traction as you want. Another piece of content you just flying by the hip and the shit works out better. And another piece, another piece, it's like sort of hard to come up with a formula to like really figure out what the fuck.
It takes a long
You
time,
know what I
bro. This
mean?
is what I was trying to tell you earlier about, like, you can't teach success,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like, these things are just stuff that you have to go through and learn from
yeah,
your own experiences, your own mistakes, your own successes, your own failures. Everything allows you to formulate your plan on how you will become successful with your business.
yeah,
Now, it's different for somebody to teach you stocks or math or science. Those are like, but this is you created this. Nobody else has as much experience in this particular thing than you do because you made it, you
yep,
know? But
yep,
one thing I had to do, I'd like to suggest to you that we're on the brand building segment, um, is with your push-ups, maybe compile all of your push-ups in a day into one video and fast forward it with like some music over it instead of having it like sprinkled throughout your story, because it really it makes it harder for people to get to the content that actually matters, you
yeah.
know?
I
I
know.
understand that like you enjoy that and you should continue to share it, but not only will it be more enjoyable for people to watch if it's sped up and it has music on it, but it will be that much easier for people to get to the real
The
content.
next one, yeah. But I'm only doing it for this month for the little challenge, and then it'll be pretty much
But you
done.
said
You know what
that
I mean?
last month.
The last month I did it was in November, so I did it in November, and then I posted. That's the 3K a
That's the
month thing.
3K in a
That's
month,
the 3K.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I have up here from November. You know what I mean? And no, you don't necessarily gotta play it, but I'll skip through it. But yeah, what you call it? And I did these. You know what I mean? I did 2,000, but then I didn't do it for December. I didn't do it for January, and I'm doing it for Black History Month. You know what I mean? And then I'm not gonna do it no more until probably next November, maybe. You know what I mean? So I might post every once in a while, a couple push-ups every once in a while, because
Yeah.
some people do like it. They do get motivation from it. You know what I mean?
Right. No, and I
But
that's what I'm not trying to tell you to like not post it.
you know
But
what I mean? But not, I wouldn't. I don't want to. It's annoying. I'm at work. I'm at work. I'm working at
I
work.
know.
You know what I mean? And I already do the push-ups, and now I'm doing them, and I'm doing with the camera, and I got to put the camera on. I got to edit it, and I'm already at
Nah,
work,
I
and
know, bro.
it's
I
too
know,
much.
but
So I don't want to do it. I don't want to do
this
it.
is what separates the boys from the men, you
Yeah,
know? If
yeah,
you think about it, right? How many content creators do you know that have made a video or a short thing on their story or even just a tweet explaining, like, you motherfuckers don't even know how many hours go into this video, to this edit, to
yeah,
that,
yeah,
or to these
yeah.
ideas, to this.
Yep.
Motherfuckers be up all night. Motherfuckers will edit a video for 20 hours straight and they're not even
Yeah,
done with it, you know?
yeah.
And like, there's just so much that goes into it that people they
They
just
have no
don't see.
idea.
They don't
They have no
understand,
idea.
you know? So I hear you, you know, but
But
that motherfucker that's above you is above you for a reason.
yep,
You know what I'm saying?
yep.
And if you want to surpass that, then you got to do better than he is, you know?
I'll say this, and I'll expose this, right? Because this motherfucker here in my primary, where he at here, right? Um, so boom, right? I've been tagging this motherfucker in Freestyle Fridays. That's November 11th, 2022. Nah, I can keep scrolling up. This motherfucker here is a freestyler, and he has like 50,000, whatever. He's about to be
I seen
around
his page. I looked at it because I saw you tagging
Did a
him.
couple freestyles, right? So April 1st, you know what I mean? That's not, but anyway, it's been sort of about 2022, all the way till now. And finally, you know what I mean? Finally, I had him sending me back a couple things. He sent me this thing he wanted me to share. You know, I sent him that, and then he liked my last Freestyle Friday. You know what I mean? But it took
Now you got to open DM with him.
yeah, it
because
took
you were in the requests. You see that
yeah,
requests right there? That's where
yeah,
you were.
yeah. You know what I mean? It took a year consistency. You know what I mean? Like pretty much.
Well,
You know
he had one day he got bored and he said, whatever, I'll go check out the
going on? Look at
requests.
this freestyle. You know what I mean? But yeah, but nah, he's been seeing it for a while. He's been seeing it for at least 6. So I've seen scene. You know what I mean? But it would never.
Oh, okay. So
But he
he
would never.
actually opened it.
Yeah, but he would never. It would never be any like never respond. But he would just seen. I see seen. So he saw it, but it was nothing. All right. So I just kept tagging him. You know what I mean? Whatever. I did send one message and I was like, hey, I'm just tagging you because you're a freestyler and I respect true freestylers. But if you want me to stop tagging you, just let me know and I'll stop tagging you. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep tagging your ass.
Uh-huh.
I said that one. I said that with the very first one that I tagged him with. And he never told me to stop, so I didn't. You know what I mean? So I kept tagging.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah. So this weekend, right? Wow, so almost up to 3,000 now. It's ridiculous. So I was saying about content that I put work into and other shit, right? So I'm gonna just wrap it up here real quick. So this is my last Freestyle Friday. I think it is. Yeah, it did pretty well for whatever reason. I mean, not for whatever I did pretty good on it, but I'm still looking at it. And I'm like, this is 20 minutes worth of content here, so it's long form. In my mind, something this long shouldn't do well because it's you things, but whatever. 20 people liked it, which for me is decent. You know what I mean? And now I did a short clip of something from there, didn't do as well. Got two, so I'm like, a little clip that I have, you know what I mean? That's it was shorter. I would think would get more tracking. It's a littler, didn't do as much. You know what I mean? Interesting. You know what I mean? It's like, and then the written Wednesday, I put mad time and effort into writing and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I got up to 10 now because when I first had posted it, it was at like 3 or 4, like
Yeah,
forever.
but it's different, bro. It's
And I
not
was just like,
it doesn't it has to do with everything. It has to
I,
do with the quality of the post. It has to do with when you post it. It has to do
yeah,
with your following. It has to do with
it's so
all
many
kinds
different
of
factors. You know what I mean?
algorithms
Yeah,
and
there's so many. And then this shit here, I posted this after the written Wednesday because I was just, I don't know, I was just, I don't know, I was just there on my phone like mad at life, sort of. So I had posted this,
mhm.
and this one was is easy. Like, look,
Is an autonomous robot that has been created to do the arduous task of cleaning public toilets. It uses a VR simulation of the bathroom to show the robot where to spray and wipe chemicals. The robot will clean a restroom, then go to recharge and refill chemicals as needed, and can even open doors and ride the elevator to get around buildings.
That bathroom don't even look dirty. Of course you can clean a bathroom that's already clean already. What about when they shit all over the wall and write their name and shit and smear it
Yo.
and drop the little dirty drippy tampons all over the fucking little side of the garbage and all that. You know what I'm saying? I want to see it clean that up. Clean that up. Little Timmy was here on the fucking store. You know, that clean that. All right, well, what's the program for that? Nah, I mean, because niggas is nasty. It's just a nasty world. It's nasty work.
So
but
Yo.
anyway, I just made that. Of course, freestyler, the one take made it boom. 28 that 2,800 like 21 likes. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like damn. But I barely, you know what I mean. And then this one here, I'm rapping. You know what I mean? But it's a freestyle. You know what I mean? But you know, only 2 likes. I'm like, come on, it was funny with the fat people. Oh, and it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, what's the fat people?
They're like, geez, give me a break here. But it's all right though. You know what I mean? I'm just
Well,
saying.
I
Never.
mean, bro, just to be
I'm
honest,
just
like
saying.
I have my tattoo artist has like almost 30,000 followers on Instagram,
Uh-huh.
and there's times where he posts stuff and he'll get like 10 likes, and then he'll repost it to his story and be like, "Wow, Instagram really hoeing me right now," you know? And
Yeah.
he'll have to like repost it the next day or keep posting it to his story, and that's literally because the algorithm. If it don't want
Yeah.
you, it don't take you.
It
That's it.
don't. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. If it sucks you up, it sucks you up. If it don't, it don't. You know what I mean? It's like a fucking bitch I used to do. Now I'm playing.
oh yeah.
But nah, with that, I'm gonna play my most recent Wednesday. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just say this.
I just
Um,
shared it to my story, and I'm gonna comment on it right now because you were
thank you.
wearing my shirt.
Thank you. You know what I mean? But yeah, this written Wednesday is one of the, in my opinion, one of the best like that I sound flowing on the track to a degree. You know what I mean? I don't know how to put it, but like I think it's because I spent the longest in the recording it. I spent long periods of just spitting it all in one take. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And not punching in and out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got some good bars in here. I feel like, you know what I mean. And it's just all bars, just me rapping my ass off. You know what I mean. But I decided to give him some bars. You know what I mean. And yeah. So just I hope you guys enjoy this most recent written Wednesday. You know what I'm saying.
And that's my
Um,
boy wearing my shirt right there.
you already know. You already know. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
that's the,
Nigga,
oh, it
nigga.
was Freestyle Friday. You wore
It's
that shit. I
Freestyle
didn't know.
Friday. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
No, it's all
right.
right. It's all right. Nah, cause I killed that Freestyle Friday. And I did good on that Freestyle Friday, so it's all good. That's one of the better ones. So yeah. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy this most recent. Here we go. Rain Wednesday, nigga. Let's get it.
Take a look at that.
I guess in the end, I just want revenge. A lot of people doubted me, they threw me in the bin like where that nigga at. Said he in the wind. He don't call us, but hey, we don't call him. Goes both ways like the tongues on my Timbs. Rather not talk, at least I don't pretend. Just starting the war, you had a head start in. Every day a battle, I'm learning how to win. Wouldn't be a general if I ain't had no plans. First you change the tides, then you make amends. Once you build up, then you lend a hand. How you offer no guidance, but you hit a reprimand. Flip my car, broke my neck, realized I gotta do more than this. Felt like I got unplugged, nigga got to me Morpheus. Touch of death, got me living life, feeling more fortunate. Only thing too expensive is doubt, can't afford the shit. My mindset was rich before I had shit to go with it. Faded away just to drain the top of the scoring list. I gotta get rewarded for all the passion I throw in this. Journey is the prize, I just realized I'm holding it. Trying to buy a house, yeah, I'm focused on that ownership. Down with the plan, that's the only way I want a bitch. Sex or Rolex, choose right, the other one go with it. I want it plain Jane, gotta look twice to notice it. Origami hands if I swing, just know I'm folding shit. Niggas still fighting my city here, they just load the clip. Really gotta ask before you beef, is it worth the shit? Sorry, not for me. Rather stack the cheese. You see, I put my all in, so I never gotta look back. Working in the studio, the only time I could crack. Listen to myself, high as fuck, like yeah, I did that. The journey is a reward, trust me, King, I mean that. Being an engine driver to your dreams and do a mean dash. A lot of them just work hard, please don't think they special. I feel so much resistance while trying to reach the level most niggas would've gave it. It ain't worth the trouble, I keep going while they give up. My confidence is double. The working man is sucking, now this working man a hustler. I keep moving back and forth like I'm trying to spread the butter. It ain't work for them niggas, but I'm different, motherfucker. I compete like you my enemy, knowing I still love you. Give you the range, double check like I don't trust you. Knowing I don't wanna be with her, still fuck her. But the truth gotta come out, I still love her. Man, no more bars for you niggas, man. Let me put my pen down. Nigga been going off for this bitch like 2 minutes straight. Yo, win motherfucking Wednesday. Put some respect on my name, you heard? Till next time, motherfuckers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I mean?
Going on. Do your thing.
Most recent written Wednesday, you know what I mean? I got to add a lot of lines in there that I like, you know what I mean? I said faded away just to drain at top of the scoring list, you know what I mean? Because, you know, it was LeBron did a fadeaway for the point that made him the top of the scoring list, you know what I mean? So you know how you fade away.
Had to throw that in there.
And another line I had in there that I love, you know, was simple. I said, origami hands if I swing, just know I'm folding shit. You know? You know what I mean? I was like, so I like that. Anyway, let me get back to the docket. You know what I mean? Last one here, I want to talk about Drake for a little bit. You know what I mean? A couple things on Drake. One, this part. Drake's $75 million mansion in LA was broken into for the second time in the past 6 months.
Yeah, that's because niggas in LA can't have guns. Straight up. Yo, let me tell you something about people breaking into people's property. All right. First of all, I read a ton of stuff about New York literally putting prosecutors in position for instances like this, where home invaders will break in and then the homeowner will shoot the invader. And for some reason in the state of New York, they want to prosecute you for that. Like, they make it very hard for you to use a gun. Like the legalities and whatnot, and of why, you know, people have been able to have guns here for a long time already. So it's hard for them to take it away for some reason. But because of the way that like the politics are, they're super against guns in New York. So like if you were to shoot somebody, doesn't matter where you are in the state of New York, if you were to shoot somebody, and even if they broke into your house and threatened your life with a weapon, you could go to jail for shooting that person. You don't even have to kill them. You could shoot them in the toe. You could go to jail for shooting that person. Now, same thing kind of goes for LA. LA is crazy with their gun laws, and they really don't like people owning guns. And to be honest, if Drake shot that guy, he'd probably be in jail. So it's just fucked up. But one thing I do have to say, bringing this whole story full circle, is I'm going to Georgia on March 1st, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Georgia plenty of times. I'm scared as fuck to go anywhere near somebody's property in Georgia, whether or not I have good or bad intentions.
Yeah.
Okay. And there are some really, really, really nice, and as a matter of fact, the nicest people I've ever met in my life in the South. But you know what? They got guns and they are not afraid to use them, and it is legal there. So my whole point is, why the fuck can't we have guns? Nobody be breaking into anybody's place if everybody had a gun in their house. Now, I'm not saying everybody should be able to walk to Walmart with a gun on their hip, but everybody should be able to have a gun in their own house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, why? Why? And you should be able to use that gun the second you step foot off of your property and your intruder steps foot off of your property. Different rules, all right? But everybody's on the land, and that's your land, your rules. That's how I feel. I don't know.
It's so ridiculous to have that much money in that area of the world and still not be like safe. You know what I'm saying?
Twice in 6 months. I don't want to hear it.
Twice in 6 months. You're not safe. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's because I don't know. Like you said, the gun laws, that's part of it as well. You know what I mean? But I never in like that thing of living in one big ass house. Like I never in. That's not my envision of my and like you know what I always loved.
No way, that's his only house, bro.
That's not his only house, but like I'm just saying, like I always loved the stories, right? Where they've been like, oh, there's this town, and there's this house, this mansion that's over there, but it belongs to the family that helped like build this fucking town. You know what I mean?
Oh
like,
yeah.
And like that type of thing, and that's like, and then like their legacy lives on through the time because they've helped so many fucking people.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I've always loved. So to me, like you have $75 million. Do you know what you could build in Detroit for $75 million?
But what the fuck is in Detroit for Drake?
No, I know, but
bro, $75 million, he could build a fucking mansion in the middle of Detroit. Like,
no, but that's not what I'm saying. I wouldn't build a man. What I'm saying is, I would buy like 5 blocks worth of land, right? And I would
close it off.
No, I would build a grocery store. I would build another little store, and then I would build like maybe like I don't know 50
a bank, a post office,
50 houses. You know what I mean? That was like all real like bulletproof nice houses, and I would fill them with people that fucked with me. You know what I mean? And would appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like yo, you know you can work at this grocery, you can own this grocery store. Here's a house right here. You know what I mean? You know, hold it down. Oh, I need an electrician. Yo, electrician, I'll give you this house here if you live here. You know what I mean? You just have the house, bro. But it help me out with some electrician problems over here. I'll just give you a house because, hey, I'd like an electrician to live in this neighborhood. You know what I mean? And plumber, you over here, some teachers over there. You know what I mean? Just build these houses and give them to good people. You know what I mean? This neighborhood, you know what I mean? And yeah, maybe somewhere in that neighborhood, I would have a house that's maybe like 5,000 square. It's a pretty good size, but biggest house in the neighborhood, I would make sure of that for sure. But not super big. But the security that I would feel more in that neighborhood, where like I have, like to even get to my house, you have to drive past like 20 houses that I've built that all have exterior cameras on them, everything. So the security is built into the whole neighborhood. You riding into my shit. You know, I'm gonna have a neighborhood watch. Gonna be it's a thing. This local security.
But you know that like there is so many like legalities to that stuff. like city streets, like city area, like state-owned property and city-owned property and government-owned property and stuff like that. And then like certain things that you just can't build over or build around. So there's like probably people that have thought of that idea or something close to it, but they haven't been able to do it because of limitations.
It's like Kanye when he was in that interview with Charlemagne and his land.
I mean, he wanted to make Yay World.
Yeah, so like I said, he was in his land in Wyoming and he had acres and acres of land. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, bro, like I said, with money to build, like building a house is about $400,000, maybe $500,000. Oh, I got Richie Millie, 3 houses you could have built. You buy this land, build. You could have done it. You could have literally built half a city, my nigga. Like for real. Like you know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
Wisconsin's crazy. A lot of rich people do live in Wisconsin because it's very, Wyoming, because it's very remote. It's the least populated state, and it's very cheap to live
Now,
there.
be
But
honest, I wouldn't
there's
do it there.
terrible weather
But
in
Detroit, I
Wyoming.
would do it in Detroit though, because Detroit is centrally located. You can get across the border. You know what I mean? And it used to be America's greatest city. It was America's first greatest city. You know what I mean? And it's really shitted on for whatever reason. You know, I understand the reasons. Flint was a bad.
It shitted on itself, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
The bankruptcy wasn't good publicity either. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that's if I built having the money. I feel like if you give me the money, like sure, I want to put away a little bit to have regenerating in an investment account, whatever. That's cool. But like $75 million in one mansion, or building a couple blocks and creating a whole fucking community. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but you also understand, Carl, like
buying one
your
Bugatti
mindset,
or 20 Toyotas.
your
what I'm saying?
mindset and the mindset of somebody that has hundreds of millions of dollars and is quite literally sitting on top of the world are two totally different things. His favorite grocery store could be down the block from that house, and that's why he bought it. Literally. You know? So you don't know why he bought that house. He could have bought that house because the shawty he was with at that time wanted to fuck in that house. And they fucked in that house, and he said, you know what? This is a good memory. I'm buying this joint.
Drake had that house built from scratch. He had it over several years.
I'm just saying there could be some really retarded reason behind why he spent $75 million on that particular mansion in that particular area. Yeah. You know?
I'm just saying it's not constructive. It's not gonna build like I'm saying, like, if I build a fucking 5 towns and I fucking carve G into the fucking sidewalks and shit, you know,
oh my God.
Shit, you know what I mean? And I'm just like fucking, like, bro, like you could fuck having your favorite you could build your favorite supermarket. You know what I mean? Like, you the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, but then you gotta wait. He's rich, instant gratification, you know?
Man, he's still young, man. I'm just saying, these guys think small. I know I'm gonna get shot before I die. I know till I die. Because if I make it and you give me all this money, the stuff I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be trying to really change. I'm gonna build some shit, bro.
You're gonna get Malcolm X'd.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Because I'm not just gonna spend a bunch of money on Richie Millie. It's like, no, I'm gonna buy land and then develop the fuck out of it. You know what I mean?
I just want you to know that, like, you know, 8 billion other humans exist on this planet, and not all of them have been rich. But I can tell you for sure there have been rich people that have had thoughts of things that you're thinking of right now. And I don't know what it was that stopped them from being able to do it, but I can promise you it's probably somebody in the shadows.
Yeah.
Motherfucker gets all ready. He buys everything. He literally is just about to lay the first brick, and then he feels something cold hit the back of his head. He said, "What's that?" And homie said, "Hello. No." Like, no reasoning, no explanation.
Just
turn around and he can go. You don't even know where he went. Like,
all right, you built it out, you got it funded. Guess what? No, not allowed, my friend. Like I'm saying this. So you got $75 million. How much does it cost to build a multi-level real hospital, like a dead ass hospital, and fill it with real equipment?
For sure, over $1 billion.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you say you got money. How much to really build a fucking bank and have a Like they say you need a police
They
department.
said I heard something about you could buy a bank for 50 million. Like not Chase or one of those big branches, but you could buy your own bank for about $50 million. Kanye said it, I think. He was on an interview and he was talking about he doesn't trust, banks holding his money. He wanted $30 million. And he called the bank and he told them he wanted $30 million and he wanted to use it to buy this thing. And they were like, oh, we can't give that to you right now. What the fuck do you mean? It's my fucking money. I want to buy this right the fuck now. And they were like, oh no, well, I'm sorry, but it's just not possible for us to give you the 30 million. And then the guy that was in the interview with them was like, yeah, because they spent it,
Exactly.
And then that's when Kanye said, that's when I said, fuck this shit, I'm buying my own bank. And he's like, I dropped 50 mils, bought a bank, it's the best thing I ever did.
Oh my God. But yeah.
But that's because he doesn't trust anybody else with his money. So he said, fuck this shit, I'm buying my own bank, and that's where I'm going to keep my money. And when I want my money, I'm going to go get it.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, I agree. I agree. But yeah, a bank, I want a hospital, I want a grocery store, you know what I mean? Like I want to develop an ecosystem, you know what I mean, of these businesses, you know what I mean, and develop a whole community. Like I'm just saying, and it could be dope as fuck. You could really implement some cool infrastructure. You know what I mean? There's a couple ideas I want to implement. Like I've seen this thing. I've only a couple neighborhoods did it where like you could have things on the concrete where like messages show up when it gets wet. You know what I mean? But only when it gets wet. So like on rainy days, you know what I mean? The messages could pop up on the concrete, like, "Hey, I know it's like a." So I could have little encouraging messages to build throughout the community. You know what I mean? I could have, I could have little statues if I wanted it, and little parks I could build. You know what I mean? Like if you buy some land and develop it up, because I was thinking, I, I like I said, it's another legacy stuff you build, like the people that made those pyramids.
I totally understand what you're saying, man. But there's a reason why the rich people, whenever they had an idea like this, instead of building it in the public eye, they built it in the middle of fucking nowhere where nobody could tell them what they can and can't do.
I'm at the point now where I just want
to my bad. It's the other part that I wanted to talk about. So first off, rich people being safe in their houses, and this other part, how would you feel about this, man? Hang on. Right.
Point now where I just want to and I feel like maybe we talked about this the other day, but I feel like I'm kind of introducing the concept in my mind of a graceful exit.
So for the people that can't read or hear what just happened and understand whose voice that was, Drake says he's thinking about retiring from rap.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Now, how would you feel about Drake retiring from rap? How do you
Nigga done did it all already. I think it's totally fine for him to just up and leave from the rap scene. But one thing that I have noticed about rap artists that are different from other artists is they never really announce retirement. They just kind of continue to exist and stop making music,
Yeah.
And for him to say that, I feel like, I guess it makes sense because of how big of an artist he is, but no other artist that I know in the rap game has ever come out and said, I'm thinking about retiring from rap, or I retire from rap, or
Jay-Z
this is my
once.
Who?
Jay-Z did at one point, remember with the Black? I don't know if you remember, but he came out with the Black album and he said he's retiring, and then he came out of retirement and then he never retired again. He just sort of just makes music when he wants.
Nah, I didn't remember that, but that's kind of what I'm talking about, I just don't see it like I think he should just make music when he feels it, when it's like it's in the moment, he's got this amazing idea and he has to get in the studio and let it out. That's when he should make music. And if he's not feeling like that, if he's not sleepwalking his way to the fucking studio to let out this urge he just can't hold inside, then I feel like he shouldn't make music.
Yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? But Yeah, if you're an artist, bro, you shouldn't cut yourself off from making music, man. Because I know one of the reasons why I freestyle, like, believe it or not, even though I freestyle every day on the way to work, and I freestyle every Friday on Freestyle Friday, still there are times when I'm walking in the kitchen freestyling. There's times when I'm just doing something in my room, just freestyling for no reason. There's times when I'm at work
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hearing a beat and I'm just freestyling for no reason. Like, there's a reason why I freestyle on the thing for we freestyle on the way to work so consistently. I show up. It's because I just like to do it. I do it all the time. I do. I like. It's just something that my brain does. It enjoys doing it. I enjoy doing it. I freestyle. That's what I do. You know what I mean? So for me to say, "Oh, I'm gonna stop freestyling. I retire from freestyling," it's like it's like not even like a thing that I could like think of doing at this
Now,
moment.
you know
You
what
know?
though? The first thing in my life that ever came to me and helping me realize stuff like this, going back to putting yourself in other people's shoes,
Mm.
one of my favorite car YouTubers came out and said, how like, doing burnouts and donuts and driving fast, eventually it gets old. And it's not because like it's not a thrill anymore or this or that. It's just like you just kind of become an adult and it just fades away, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And there's no other way to really explain it. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening to Drake here. And
Yeah.
eventually one day will happen to you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that, when you're 75, you'll never, it'll be 27 years since your last freestyle, you know? But there will come a day where you understand that it's just not for you every day anymore, you know?
I know for
And
sure that the driving freestyles will come to an end before the Freestyle Fridays. You know what I mean? Because
no, I'm not. I mean, like for example, like the car thing. I loved doing crazy shit in cars for a long time, and I still
yeah,
do. But I don't have that urge to hop in a car and do stupid shit. Like, you
yeah.
know, it used to just be like part of the fun for me,
Mm-hmm.
Like I got in my car and I'd be at a light somewhere or whatever, and I'd be like, "Ooh, this would be a nice place to do a burnout," bam, bam, like, and it was just part of the drive. It was part of the
Oh
fun. That's why I
God.
always got so excited to get in that car because
Yeah.
at any moment I could just open up the fun meter and max that bitch out, you
Yep.
know, and like I said, man, there's just something somewhere that eventually that goes away, and that same thing will happen to you with freestyling as well as it happening here with Drake, and it
But
just
but
happens.
only at maybe after I have
Not
set
everybody's the same. They're always that 95-year-old motherfucker out on a roof putting
maybe
up his Christmas decorations.
after I have $75 million to spend on a mansion. Maybe maybe then I'll be like, yeah, maybe I could stop freestyling for a little bit. I'll just do it like once a month or something like that.
I
Once a year, I'll just
don't think
freestyle
it
for.
has anything to do with the
Yeah,
money
you know what
for
I mean. But
Drake. I think it has to do with him genuinely starting to lose interest in being an artist.
I'm retarded though because I plan to run for president when I'm 55, around 55, 60 years. So I'm planning to run for president, and I imagine using rapping on the fucking on with the campaign.
Oh my
I'm
God.
freestyling in the campaign. I'm retarded because my
You
listen.
better check those demographics because
I'm gonna have.
every old white person's gonna click no.
Oh
Like,
my God! But look. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. But I'm gonna have my kids in my early to mid 30s. I'm gonna finally pop out the kids. Probably mid to late 30s, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see. And then I'll have them right. They'll be grown up. By the time I'm 50, I'll have all the money in the business. I'll be solidified to where the system can't just take my money away. You know what I mean? I'll have business built up by then. I'll be good. You know what I'm saying? And I'll have credibility because I've had a podcast for years and different content I've made. And the point is, I'll be ready to give it a shot. I'll be ready to give it a shot by the time I'm 55, 60 years old.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, I want to still use my rapping or any skills I got or any just my charisma to go at it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm really trying to make him have to shoot me. You know what I mean? You gotta take me out. You know what I mean? Because
Oh, for sure.
my
Carl, look, let me tell you something right now. The kind of guy you are, there's already people looking to shoot you. And I'm not talking about gangsters, all right? I'm talking about people that are like, this guy's going to become a problem. I can
no,
see it
I'm
now.
doing my best. I'm doing my best because you know something. You know something. I'm crazy. I'm crazy enough because, in my opinion, the opposite is always like, okay, if I don't, right, but let's say I was the evil side, right? I was like, oh, I want to kill a bunch of people, or I want to just wrap a bunch of people in my basement. That'd be easier for people to believe, or like that's more like achievable. You know what I'm saying? Or like, oh, I want to go to find a good open place and go take them out, or so go build a bomb or something. Like, I don't want to do none of that, right? But I want to change the world in a positive way. I want to build so much money, so much influence, and have such a vision of positivity and infrastructure, and have the power to actually manifest it. You know what I
See,
mean? I
that's
want to.
where you are a problem. Me, I just want to get money and mind my own fucking
I
business
don't want to
and
mind
keep
my
my
own
family
business.
straight.
I want to change this fucking world. I want to
See,
change.
that's where you're a
I'm
problem. I'm telling
crazy
you,
enough.
that's why people are going to kill you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So the more they give me money and give
So
me
you
power and allow
have
me
the
to raise.
desire to create a reason for people to kill you. I feel bad for your kids, man.
But
I feel bad for
for
your
a good reason
kids.
though. For a good reason though. I want to be such a force for good that evil must rise up and take me out. You know, otherwise I know I'm not doing my job right. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not doing my job
You know,
right.
you remind me of
If I'm not
Noble.
if
Noble
I'm
wants to be a pirate.
if I'm not
Be
yeah,
saying some crazy shit.
if I'm
Just
not
like, guy.
if I'm not creating enough disturbance in the force, you know what I mean, for them to nah, I'm not doing enough. I'm not changing enough lives. I'm not adding enough positivity. I'm not giving
So
enough
if
hope.
you had $100 million right now, just fell into your lap, what would you do to change the world?
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't do nothing to give the world that money. But hang on. Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why.
So what the fuck is
Wait.
going?
No. Here's why. It's my first 100 million. 100 million is one of my goals because if you make 8 to 12% on $100 million per year in investments, you make $1 million a year. So before I
Yeah, I
can,
remember you telling me your whole $1 million a
yeah,
year thing.
yeah, before I can help the world, I have to make sure that I am financially secure from the matrix. Like I'm saying, I have to not have to depend on a job, a business, a nothing to eat or to cover the roof over my head. Because I know once I start trying to war against them, they're going to come after me in those ways. And if I'm not prepared, I'm going to lose the battle before it starts. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, the
So,
hardest part about all of this is going to be maintaining your mindset throughout your journey to wealth. You know that, right? That
yeah,
is the most difficult part of getting money is staying the same person.
yeah. But I also know that I have to change in order to get the money in the first place. So you have to change. I have to keep the.
Not necessarily. I know people that have had money literally
But
fall into their laps.
but you know what I mean. I mean, like change, like in my opinion, millionaires that make it through business and other ways like that, they are people that function at a high level. You know what I mean? Like I need to eat very well. Nutrition needs to be well. My body needs to be well. I need to be on a routine. I need to be having a to-do list every day, getting it done. I need to be like I need to do certain things. I need to be maximizing my time, maximizing my everyday
Now,
like
I think you're wrong there. There's a balance. I think that, yes, there are certain points in your life where you need to be maximizing that stuff. But if
balance
you
is
were to
later.
try and run like that all the time, all the way until the top, it's not going to work. And if it works, you're just going to be beat to hell by the time you get there, you know?
S-
So there's no
So
point in you running full steam all the way to 100 million, you know? Now, you should be running 90 to 95% most of the time, but
no, but
for you to
the
be
work is different. The work takes different things. Like right now, the battle right now is I got to put the physical work in, right? Because right now I put the physical work in to get the house, to get the equipment for the home maintenance business. But once I start building up money for that, the next step is to build the money from the home maintenance business to get multiple properties, get rental properties, and then once you have rental properties and money coming in, I can then either sell those properties later on and getting the money I need for the investment account to start generating the money automatically, either through dividends or annual percentage raising, or
So many variables there, though. I mean,
or
the market could crash.
or I could just keep those properties, you know what I mean, and use the money I get for them to eventually save up and make the account and make it account anyway, you know what I mean, or find another way to finance it, you know what I mean, through other means. But the thing is, I got to get the money up for the investment, because like I said, if I don't get through dividends or percentages, I know through investment I can generate money if I just build a big enough portfolio where I don't have to work anymore. You know what I mean? So I'm just building these businesses, I'm building these properties. That way I can build a portfolio to not have to work. And that way I can focus all the money I do have and the money when I still work in order to focus on the real goal. Then I could fuck with the matrix. Once I build up the investment account, I'm Gucci now. Now I'm Gucci. I'm still gonna run businesses, but
So, but
now
you just told me that even if you had $100 million, you wouldn't be fucking with the Matrix.
that would I would use that to financially solidify myself in with the investment account, and then
But my point here is the fact that how long it's going to take you to get to 100 million before
not
you
gonna
can
be
even
that
start
long.
fucking with the Matrix.
But like I told you, I'm not gonna run for president until I'm 55, 60. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get to there at about 50, 45, between 45 and 50. I'm gonna be a
Do
millionaire for
you
sure.
truly believe that by the time you run for president, you're going to have over $100 million?
Yeah,
God bless you.
I have to.
I don't think in my lifetime, to be realistic, I don't think I'll ever even see $100 million. I don't think I'll ever even know a group of people combined that would own $100 million in assets. It's just, it's such a
impossible. It's not
small
impossible.
percentage that you thinking that you're gonna get there, like just like that is delusional. You
No,
know,
no,
I
no,
mean,
no, no. I know because I'm gonna
I
do it.
know one day for sure that I'll be a millionaire, for sure. But to think that I'd get 100 million,
Well, look, think about this. If you know you'll be a millionaire, it's just math, bro. They say getting your first million is the hardest. Getting to 2 million once you have a million isn't that hard. Getting to five
no, it's
million once you
not,
have
because
2 or 3 million
investing.
isn't that hard.
But
Getting to ten
just
million
think
once you have
about the
five.
same
So
in the same sense about like the bigger the snowball gets, the more out of control it is, you know? So for you to think that you can manage $10 million, let alone 100 million, you're out of your mind. I mean, you, let alone me or anybody that any of us know, doesn't have enough financial education to hold that much money. They don't. They just don't. Because it's not just having the money. It's taxes. It's all kind, the IRS, all kinds of stuff like
Mhm.
that we just don't understand. There's a reason why T-Pain went bankrupt. There's a reason why Allen Iverson went bankrupt. There's a
Yeah,
reason why 50 Cent went bankrupt. It's because having the money isn't even half the battle, you
I
know?
understand. I
So
understand.
it's like, to think that you're gonna do home maintenance, get your own properties, manage all this stuff, become a millionaire, manage your own finances, have children, run for presidency. Who the fuck are you, Carl?
I'm one
What
of the
the
best.
fuck?
I'm one
Like,
of the best
bro,
people to ever walk
slow
on the face of the earth.
down.
I'm telling
Like,
you, I'm one of the best people that ever exist, bro. I'm telling you, I promise you. And it's
I
okay.
respect
I understand.
your respect for yourself.
I
I
understand that.
can't.
It's hard to understand that right now at the level that I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, but
No, your
I'm
motivation is it's very transparent. I could see it from here. Like, it's
I'm
been transparent since I met you. You're a very motivated person, more motivated than probably anybody I know. No, that's a lie. Noble is more motivated than you. Noble's in Hong Kong right now, just to
no.
show
I
you.
listen. From what I talked and heard from Noble, I respect the fuck out of it. I respect the
Noble
fuck out of
is
her
for
for
sure the most motivated person I will ever meet in my entire life. Noble came from North Carolina to Montana to Japan to China to I don't even know where he's going after that, but all he's doing is promoting his business, you know?
hmm
And the fact that he can just up and go and do that shit, and then he's going to come right back home and continue to run his business like nothing ever happened. Like, it's literally like he was born to do what he's doing. Like, he's so comfortable. He's so nonchalant. He's so focused.
Mm-hmm.
And just the same way where you're sitting here telling me I'm going to have $100 million, I'm going to be president of the United States. That's the way he talks.
I
That's
said
the
I'm gonna
way.
run. I don't know if they're gonna elect me or if I'll get shot before I get a chance. But if they allow me to build
I
it to the
mean,
point, I will
even
run.
you running for president is just as hard as becoming president. You know, the fact that you think that you're just going to up and have all the politics skills to go and get elected for the possibility
Doesn't
to
matter.
become
It doesn't
president.
matter. It doesn't matter. You know what I have? You know what I have, Colin? Let me tell you what I have. I have a I have a vision. I have a crystal vision. You understand what I'm saying? I got a vision. All I need to do is bring the right people to my team to help me make the vision a reality. I don't have to know everything about economics to know what I want the outcome to be for the average working man when he's going to work and coming home every day to feed his family. I just have to know the vision and talk to the experts and say, listen, how do I make it happen? Is it possible? You know what I mean? I can talk with them. I can reason with them. I can philosophize. The thing is, it's politicians' job. Their whole job is to think up laws and policies that use our tax dollars to make lives for the citizens easier. And they suck at it. They suck at it. You know what I mean? They get you're a president. Good, you elected president. You know what every president has? A cabinet. What is that cabinet? A group of experts in different fields, all there to do what? To advise you. Advise you on what? How to best move forward with your vision and what you want for the country. So is it about me being an expert in every field, or is it about me knowing where I want to drive this motherfucker? That's my point. My point is that my vision, my path where I'm going to, I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. I'm gonna end up right on the other end of the powers that be's bullet when they're like, no, we got to stop this guy. The same reason why they stopped Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? Because I love black people and I'm coming to help black people, but I'm not just here for black people. You know what I mean? I'm here for the
You
working.
know, I mean,
I'm
I
here for
just like this just shows to me at least how corrupt it is to try and become president. You know, no matter how far you look, no matter what you do, the requirements for being president are 35 years old, be a citizen, and be in America for 14 years or longer. And for them to have such a small requirement for such a
you
big
got to be born in
position,
America, but yeah,
why? No, you don't have to be born in America.
you're supposed to have to be born in America.
You
But
can
that's
be adopted. I was literally just reading it.
because
I'm
Arnold
reading it
Schwarzenegger
right
wasn't
now.
allowed to run for president. You know what I mean? He's
It
not allowed
says
to run for
here,
president. Arnold Schwarzenegger can't. Arnold Schwarzenegger would have ran for president if he was allowed to. He's not allowed to run for president, bro. If you could tell
yeah.
me why Archie Schwarzenegger,
Oh, I missed the words here. Okay.
you
They
got to be
wrote
born in
adoption
America.
of this constitution. I thought that it said if you were adopted into. Okay, never mind.
Believe me, Arnold Schwarzenegger would have ran for president if he fucking could. Why not? He fucked the Kennedy. He fucking was governor of California. He was like, you know, he barely took. He would have ran for fucking president, and he might have had a good
Yeah,
chance.
he wasn't very good at his job, though.
He wasn't. He wasn't. But anyway, the thing is,
That's a prime example of why celebrities should not be in any kind of
running for
office.
president is my birthright. Just because it is. It is every American citizen that's born in America, your birthright to run for president. You don't get to even get a chance to be president of this place if you weren't fucking born here. You know what I
But
mean?
like
So,
you do know that like if you become president, then you got the Secret Service to deal with for the rest of your life.
you know, I don't care. I don't care. I'm here. I'm
You
not.
don't care now,
I'm here
but
for me. I'm here for. You don't think? So what do you think? You think after Bill Clinton became president and got the Secret Service, he was never allowed to smoke weed again? Like, what do you think happened? Like, what do you? What do
no,
you
but I can
think?
tell you for sure there have been some certainly uncomfortable situations.
Listen,
If
if I
you went right now and you just Googled or YouTubed weird Secret Service stories, I can tell you for sure there are times where they've been in the room when people were having sex, or they're following people in the bathrooms, or whatever the fuck. They're in awkward positions because they're just trying to do their job. You know.
I can
Now,
tell.
yes, of course, you could smoke weed right in front of the Secret Service guy, but let's just say you like to go to the clubs every Sunday and fuck the hooker while you're doing coke. And now you got to fuck the hooker while you're doing coke in front of this guy. You know, it's like, come on,
Watch my
like, you
back.
know.
Watch my back, buddy. Watch my back, buddy.
But what I'm saying is like, you think you don't care now, but 5 years of that guy following you around every fucking where, I can guarantee you're going to be trying to take his pistol and shoot him right between the eyes.
It's okay.
Like,
Listen, by the time I run for president, I'll be 55, 60. If I'm not done fucking hookers with cocaine at 55, 60, then I didn't live life right. I didn't do right. You know what I'm saying? But listen, like I said, I'm totally gonna do it. I'm totally gonna do it. Totally gonna do it. There's nothing that's gonna stop me. Nothing's gonna stop me. Nothing's gonna stop. That's the plan. That's the goal. Like, the goal is for me to push the world towards positivity, to leave a lasting mark. That even if I died, I'm going to try. It is worth more than me.
What do you mean if you died? Everyone dies.
I'm gonna die, but the thing is,
when you die,
like I said,
I
died already. You're looking at a guy that died already. I died already. Listen, Carl, you played it safe. You did these little bullshit jobs, and you're dead on the side of the road, bro. You're dead already. You're done. You're done, bro. Everything after this is bonus. You know what I mean? You got a chance to live again. Well, then live like you're gonna die already anyway, because you're gonna die already anyway. So just do what you want to do. What do you want to do? You want to be a millionaire? You want to change this world? Want to go on CNN and really ask these people the questions like, but you have to build credibility up. I have to become a millionaire. They're gonna come after me. Like, what do you really want to do? I want to make the conversations that need to happen. You know what I mean? And they don't want it to happen. I need to speak truth. I want to talk. Let's really talk about what's going on with society, social media. Like, niggas just acting like it's cool, talk about bullshit all day. Like, I gotta shake this fucking world awake, because niggas is asleep. You know what I'm saying? But my message to older Carl, you know what I mean, is to just fucking keep striving, bro. You know what I mean? Everyone's asleep. They want to stay asleep. They're saying you get killed if you try to wake people up. But regardless, it's better than you listen. You're dead already. So you may as well just give it a shot. You're either gonna die trying, or whatever. But it doesn't matter. You died already. You died already being safe, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Colin, I appreciate you coming through. Thank you for coming through this week. You know what I'm saying? What message do you have for your long life, older self, listening back?
Don't fuck with the Matrix. Mind your own fucking business. And don't vote for Carl to be president, because they're going to find out that I voted, and they're going to come down the rabbit hole and take my ass out. Nah, I'm playing. But, you know, for
you
real,
me
though.
If my name was on the, you telling me if Carl Gooden, my name was on the ballot for president of the United States of America, you wouldn't vote for me?
I'm gonna vote for you, but you're the only person I guess I'll ever vote for, because I'm not voting. I'm not a voter. I'm not gonna vote. Not gonna get me to start
But
voting.
if my name is on the presidential ballot,
then I guess I gotta go sign up.
Okay, all right. I'm about to say, because I'm about to hear you not gonna vote for me. I ain't hearing that. Goddamn it! All of these motherfuckers
Hey, man,
out here.
I don't know.
I'm one of the
I just
realest
feel like,
niggas that will ever step into that office. One of the realest niggas ever. Watch me.
Hey, you got something to fight for, because Bill, I don't know, man. JFK too was badass fucking president.
I'm gonna be on that mic every day. I'm gonna be on that mic.
I don't care about that. You better be fucking bitches in that Oval Office. They be doing justice. I ain't talking about the first lady either.
You killing me. Fucking bitches in the Oval Office. Oh my god.
Yo, John F. Kennedy had the Secret Service set up to like allow him to cheat, basically. Like, he had everybody in cahoots with him, bro. Like, it was like they was all signed up on a paper with him. Like,
oh my god, bro. You listen, you guys, you're my team, you're my men, all right? You're gonna do.
There's a reason why they assassinated him, bro. I'm telling you, JFK was one of the best presidents we've ever had and never got the chance to see.
But listen, I'm telling you, they're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. That's what they do to all the best presidents. All the people that really try to change shit, they're really like, nah, we should do this. Nah, I'm trying to push for this. What's going to like for example, getting the money, American dollar, back attached to gold, or getting publicly funded election campaigns so that you don't gotta raise money and it's just about ideas, or demanding more debates for presidential or another elections, you know what I mean? So that it's really a battle of ideas, because they just want to make little sound bites and shit. Like, I want debates to be mandatory curriculum for every fucking high school person. You have to know how to attack an argument, logically, learn how to digest another argument, learn how to we don't know how to oppose, we don't know how to converse.
And you got to
like,
go fix
debates.
Camden and Philly and Baltimore. I read something that said 20 schools in Baltimore, every kid failed math. Every single kid. I don't know how true it is, but I know for sure part of it is true. Anyway, thank you everybody.
Anyway, thank you
tuning
guys.
in.
Listen, there's a lot of places your ears could be. I'm honored they chose to be with me. When in doubt, use calm honesty to express your vision. And most of all, thanks for listening.
Gonna be president.
I ain't voting.